Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of Game Designer Plays, here in the lab where we stream the niche games you might have loved, if you'd ever played them. I'm your host, CareLevelZero, and tonight is the last night of Giant Robot Week on HoboCast X, so I'm finally going to be taking a look at the long overdue Phantom Brigade, a tactical, slow-mo, kind of scrubbing a timeline game that I've honestly followed for a very long time, and I picked it up back in early access, and then, like many things, I sat on it forever. Actually, before it even hit early access, I got to check it out at a 2019 Twitch meetup in Vancouver. Brace Yourself Games happens to be based in Vancouver, so they were also present for that, and were showing the game off before it even hit early access. So I've been sitting on that and kind of waiting to play it for 7 years. I mean, not the longest I've sat on a game, to be fair. But it's kind of up there. Oh, thank you for the streak, Mecha, the one you missed. Oh, no. Easier to miss them when I'm on more, right? Well, have a good lurk, Red. Good luck with gains. Get good gains. Also get good. I heard loud fan. Let me check something. I'm running everything off the laptop, and I hear its fan running up in a way I'm not used to hearing it. I'm going to double check something there. Okay, it's fine. I've got the industrial pad on it, so I've just dialed that up a little bit. You have a 210 streak elsewhere, like the one hand don't care. Aw, on the other hand, number go up. Fuck you. We do like our numbers, right? Okay, so before we get rolling, I mean, it's the end of the week, so the schedule kind of doesn't matter because this is it. It's Phantom Brigade tonight. I think Daimia's back in town next week, but I'm still stealing that Friday for this time slot anyways, and we'll start doing regular VC stuff again come September. And speaking of that, oh, camera a little bit weird. Now better. It doesn't like me going and looking at my temperatures over on the laptop, I noticed. So, this is where we're at for HoboCast so far. It's, I'm both happy and sad that I did not put the neckbeard that was suggested on the list, because on the one hand, it's awful, neckbeard. On the other hand, it would have worked. It just would have been, like, awful, but it would have worked. Someone's doing a modern version of Mech Commander. I'm enjoying watching the development of it. Nice. Hey, Astronomal, how you doing? How are you? Well, I hope everyone is having a fantastic evening with that shirt, Burt Reynolds. You know, I always thought more... Well, okay. When I shave it down to the mustache with this shirt, it's immediately more Magnum PI, which, you know, I'm cool. We get a little bit of Tom Selleck there, but I can definitely see the Burt Reynolds, too. And I think you just called me real fucking old at the same time, so... Happy Friday to you, too. And yeah, pretty much. You're not wrong. Not wrong. So, as far as HoboCast itself goes, thank you to everyone who has contributed so far. It has been a big, big help. I have agreed that if we hit the kind of soft goal of 3.5k, which, to be fair, I don't expect to hit, but if we get anywhere near it, I'll call it good enough. To continue this schedule throughout all of next month. Failing that, I will just be doing a handful of, obviously the Fridays, but a handful of specific kind of coverages here and there. But not like the full Monday, Wednesday, Friday, because there'll be other things to do. This, though, honestly, this all helps take a big bite out of the 8K bill that is apparently what you pay for having a kid. I thought it was less than that, and then I forgot that the anesthesia alone is like $500, and that was a separate bill. Don't have kids if you like money. That said, at least I like my kid. He's 4 months old today. It is officially 4 months today. He had his 4-month pediatric appointment, got his next round of vaccinations. He laughed and giggled it up for our doctor, and then he got stuck with a couple needles and was way less happy about it. But wouldn't we all be? So, let's get this thing going. I have not actually watched any of this being played, so this is technically actually still going to be surprisingly blind, all things considered. I have endeavored to keep it that way for a long time. Enjoy the lurk, Killerin. And I'm very much looking forward to it. By the time we learned about the hubris of being a kid. All he did was laugh, and for that we stabbed him. Life lesson. Careful who you laugh at. While I'm thinking about it, just going to throw a quick, here's the social links for those who want to maybe raise noise and signal boost for the niche. It is always appreciated. And for those who want to catch the high quality VOD or do me the service of the dual lurk, smacking the like button, there is the YouTube side. Let's fucking get to it, huh? Well, first things first. I should use the right mouse. That's right. There are the two. That will never not fuck me up. Alright, I'm going to leave it at 1080p and forced 60 because that is exactly what I'm streaming out, so that just eliminates any potential weirdness coming down the pipe and any weird interactions with the capture card. We'll leave it good. Rebirth, thank you for the T2 Above and Beyond and 115 months. Welcome back. Your favorite COD Zombie songs? I had fun playing COD Zombies with you back then. We got pretty good at that. So, where is that going for HoboCast? Do you know what you want to do with that for HoboCast? Were you supporting anything specific? Data boy. And Data boy jumps back into second, creeping back up on the quadrant. Alright, so let's see. We'll leave everything as is, see how it does. Analytics on, because honestly, I hope people leave analytics on for our stuff, so it's good to assist where we can. Don't have enough context for the UI to really have any thoughts on what should or should not be on, so I'm just going to leave all of that alone. Same with the combat UI. Nice to know there's tons of bits and pieces here that we can turn on or off. I would need a lot more context before I actually bother to do any of that, so we'll just leave it as is. Audio we will leave alone. Volume sounds good. I'm going to drop the SFX down a tiny bit because, you know, I like it to fall under the music typically. FF14 has taught us what happens if you fall for cute things. I don't know what you're talking about. All Lolafels are wonderful, special, and will absolutely not shank your shins. Alright, well, assuming it runs decently, I'm just going to leave everything on graphics alone. Under accessibility, background motion for menu, background motion for base, okay. Focus frame, focus fade, reduced flashes, neat. Brett, oh, it has controller options? Well, I'm still running on mouse right now anyways. Says the Lolafel. I don't know what you're talking about. I am almost certainly not a Lolafel player. Everyone believes me. Because Lolafel want to break it instead. This is true, we just break the ankles. Go for the eyes, boo. Go for the eyes. What's under experimental? Full replay and combat saves. Unlock saving files during combat and loading of combat saves. Can lead to visual artifacts, incorrect poses, issues with mission logic, and potential side effects in the broader campaign. Okay, we'll just not do that, but cool that it's there. Full replay allows the game to record and replay the entire battle instead of one turn. Greatly reduce performance and increase memory use in combat, both in replay mode and during execution. Well, obviously, yes. I will leave that alone as well. Might not be visually representative of the original execution. Level destruction, special effects, and animation might have artifacts not present in single turn replay. Just gonna leave it alone. Go have a good lurk, Eric, and I hope your head feels better soon, man. And have a good lurk, Arma, as well. I'm curious about Phantom Brigade for quite some time now. I'll be lurking while I try to endure Rido Remastered. Endure? I liked Rido Remastered, but to be fair, I also played the original, so I already had that soft spot for it. Well, I think we're good there then. We'll just get to. Music's pretty cool. Good start. Also, I believe this game has had another. Yeah, the reactions over here. Had a 2.2 update just 2 months ago. So for a game that hit early access in 2020, it's now at its most up-to-date as of 2 months ago in 2026. Like the story about having zero fun with the combat? Oh, that's well, okay, its combat's not the greatest. It's not... It's better than it was on the PS2 in some ways. Alright, new campaign. Let's go. And we will leave it on normal, and there's apparently a bunch of things we can tinker with. Incoming and outgoing damage, heat generation rates, salvage bonuses, leave salvage drop chance, module spawn, deadly unit destruction. What are you? Pilots will be instantly killed on core detonation of a unit they're piloting. This option will make combat more difficult, requiring careful use of the ejections to preserve your pilots. Neat. Salvage destroyed parts. Incoming pilot damage, pilot fatigue chance. Okay, lots of things we can dial up or down, which we will leave them at the default because I'm curious, but I want to see. Do they automatically... They do. They tilt those values based on the difficulty. That's cool. I always like having discrete options then kind of tying them to what you consider would be easy, normal, hard, or whatever you want to call it for your game within those same discrete options. So people are just like, yeah, I want hard. Look at that. And then other people can be a little bit more fine-tuned about what they're looking for in the experience. We will leave it on normal for the purposes of taking a look, because we got the one night, and I want to see how it is. So many toggles, yes. Three years ago, Boundary Falls Outpost, Fireland Republic. Ireland? Fireland? Fryland!
Look,
Frygo's in place.
It's a subscriber.
So Sugomi, thank you for 78 months. Welcome back! And I see the spiral. Okay. Fine. Be that way. Cast spiral now within a couple cents of Data Boy. Yeah, it's a good-looking mech. All systems nominal, ready to commence testing. Ooh, HQ.
Deployment confirmed. Techs want to see if you can push the prediction prototype to a full 5 seconds. There we go.
It's continuing on its own, so I'm just going to have to go. HQ, I'm seeing a lot of interference in our data streams. Looks like the northern comm tower might be offline. This is pushing my laptop loudly. Nothing else we've done has done that.
We're seeing that too. Lieutenant's busy at the town site. Any chance you could check on the tower before commencing the test?
I'm gonna dial up the cooling pad even louder. Let me know if my mic starts picking up the cooling pad, because that thing is sitting at about 1,000 RPMs right now, and I'm about to dial it up even higher. But it does a wonderful job of keeping things cool. I like my laptops to live a long time, which means keeping them nice and cool. Okay, I don't see anything, at least on mic channel for OBS, but if you start hearing that thing, let me know and I'll adjust it. God, I haven't played anything with just a mouse in ages. Information about the selected unit will be displayed down here. This is Cadet. Like to actually continue. Thank you. There we go. Alright, left click on them to open the action list. We will click the run. Off we go. On our way. I swear it's just those damn birds again. Major, looks like the power line's been completely severed. How's that even possible? Cadets get to be bitches like Krillin. HQ, are you seeing this? Connection error. Attempting to reconnect. None for you. This doesn't feel right. Let's bring the prediction system online. I can see the future. Boot up the prediction system. You think barely noticeable could also be in game? Alright. We'll keep an ear on it. Or at least, y'all will keep an ear on it. I'm already half deaf thanks to it. Alright, timeline displays your planned actions and predicts what every unit will do in the next 5 seconds. Let's circle the tower, cover my 6. If your system's warmed up and the thing actually works, you should see my predicted movement. Alright, this is the action bar. Click the run action to see how prediction helps with planning. Hovering over the timeline will also show the prediction. Nice, so based on the time it's taking us to get to the point, we can see the movement that will happen. Whee, as we just run off. Alright. To provide a clear view, note how the distance to it changes the predicted travel time. Yep. Classy. I like it. Can't be arsed to grab headphones and I'm probably too hard of hearing to hear it normally, so tag someone else is it. Fair enough. Alright, we can hover over the timeline to scrub through the prediction and see how this unit will move over time. Alright. Off they go. Wow, I do not like how hard that is pushing my laptop. Oh, we have contact. Looks like a casket tank. Not taking the registration or transponder. Attention, you have crossed the border into Fairland territory. Provide an escort back to Casket Dominion soil. Please confirm. Get the fuck off my yard. Contact confirmed. Commencing phase 2. Boundary Falls has multiple prototype units on patrol. Trying to take them intact. Weird to hear that's murdering your laptop. It's the fan on that thing is running hard. It doesn't normally run for much of anything, especially not when it has 1200 RPM of giant cooling fan under it running. Probably screw up my camera briefly, but I am now curious. What is it clocking for? Oh, it does not. Ah, much like Raid 98, it does not want to alt-tab. For that matter, I don't think it wants to use my keyboard at all. Alright. God, there we go. Also, Cubby, yes, you had a question earlier about about effectiveness percent. Hit me! Units can make any number of actions as long as the plan fits on the timeline. Planned actions can be retimed by dragging with the left mouse button or deleted from the timeline with right clicks. Actions can also be retimed or deleted using the keyboard and focusing the timeline. See input hints to the left. When you're ready to proceed, try creating another attack. So here's our current whee! It's fun. Non-accuracy is damage percent. Yeah, I got that from what they said. It's not quite XCOM, it's the effectiveness of the attack itself. So I can still shoot from outside and just do less. Now how do I add another? There we go. Get attack again. And let's put that one here. We'll just keep shooting. Don't stop believing. Now we watch it all play out. What the hell were they thinking? That was an act of war. Are comms still down? We need to... We're suffering insanity damage involved in video editing? Yes, I know. Reading multiple casket signatures approaching from the north. Take cover.
Or we could just all die here.
It's a tank. And another tank. I've got to trip over a tank. I must trip over a tank. Alright. There are multiple incoming attacks and enemies out of your range. Try taking cover to avoid damage. Oh, good. Yeah, okay, that's just... Wee! Look at all the shit coming at us. That is frightening. In a good way. All teams, continue to advance weapons free. Secure these prototypes. Level everything if you have to. Major, come in. Multiple signatures are moving on the town site, requesting immediate support. I like the mech designs. They're somewhere between, they're not quite the lankiness of like Armored Core. But they've got like a nice bit of that lankiness and then some bulk. You must battle mech the tank. I just have to run over it and fall once. I must do it. This is a moral obligation. Multiple units on approach. Treat as hostile. T-minus 5 seconds. Protect the town. Enemy forces are attacking the town. Eliminate them using the 3 units at your disposal, which are... Who do we have here? We have the lieutenant with a shotgun and shield. Shotgun, high damage close range, and shield action to block attacks while closing distance. We have an assault rifle and SMG, because someone couldn't make up their mind on what they wanted to carry, so they said, fuck it, let's just carry everything that throws bullets. Light mech carrying an assault rifle and submachine gun, best equipped for medium range. Circle the enemy and take advantage of its speed to avoid hits. And then we have the heavy and handgun. Heavy beam weapon, slow but powerful. Beams can cut through cover and hit multiple units at once. Oh, somebody's got the fun gun. Had to do some video editing school. It was an experience every time. With the right stuff, video editing is honestly a ton of fun for me. I actually really liked editing the old Areshka and like Zaki Zero VODs and stuff. With the wrong equipment, which is to say, if you ever have to use Premiere, it's like having your fucking balls speed bagged. Which is to say, don't use Adobe Premiere ever. Hey, Care, I've got a joke for you. Why'd the kid eat his homework? Oh, I don't know, Reaper. Hit me with this. It's gonna be terrible. And just know that I'm gonna name an astromech M4RU just for you. Because he couldn't fit any more in his dog. Somehow both worse and not as bad as expected. What do we got here? Assault rifle and MLS, so a missile launching system. A cannon. 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 No, autocannon. Alright. 2 cannons. 3 cannons. 3 cannons, 2 autocannons, and 1 mech. Yet somehow, yes, somehow both more and less bad than expected. I don't know what I expected. I somehow honestly expected you to turn it back into a joke about Nekomaru. Alright, so over the next short period here, I like that I can see what they're doing and when. So they're all advancing. Well, let's start by having the shotgunner shield up. Let's see. Deflect attacks in a specified direction increases the weight class of the unit, so we're going to be moving kind of slow. Now, I want them to get fairly close, so in the time we have available, I'm going to have them get to around here. But I am going to have to start slowing them down at a point when the firing begins. Which is actually kind of coming late, so we'll start it there. Can I not... get my shield and attack as well? Or am I just going to be kind of absorbing it? I suppose I probably can't get the shot as well since it's not... Oh, no, we need the angle. That's what it's waiting for. Input. Alright. That's cool. So I wonder if we can walk and kind of block a different direction at the same time. I'd love it. Would you confirm, please? Okay, so I can't do Alright, I can't do that unless I lose some of the shielding, it looks like. So at the very least, that should absorb a bunch of hits coming there. Let's see about maybe getting some flanking going. For all we know, that could be the kid's name. We don't know how much his parents hated him after all. Fair point. Following the call of the cannon. Michael Bell's cannon. Not what you thought it would be. Oh, this guy's like wonderfully zippy. Since they're going to be occupied, this gets us within effective range. Alright, 99%, so pretty damn close. And can't do that at the same time because we got overlap, so... You know what? It might actually be worth changing the move a little bit. No, how do I get rid of you? Let's get rid of you. I want to try and leave myself a little bit more time to maybe get second shot in. That's close enough. Then I can probably just go ahead and... I don't mind taking the 76 and an 86 over a single 99. And that leaves all the fun over here. Now, I am not intending to assist this building. Instead, I must take a look at the beam. Oh god, it's so... That is some serious range. Man, okay. Sadly, I don't think we're going to be able to get in a position where we could line up multiple guys because, well... Depending, these couple are actually sort of in line. We might be able to. Wonder if we could from here. Oh, that one's just out of range. Oh, right on the edge. That is a long attack to boot. Okay. Get into the trees. And we'll open on that one. Which at least take that one out. See how many shots it gets in accordingly. Let's call it good and see what happens. Cover band for the 1812 Overture. You want a cannon? Would it just be a cannon that fires other cannons? Or to be a canon that is accurate to the story and lore. Tank blown up. How did you do? Well, shield seems to have done its job. Think. That is currently crashing. I think we're fine there. Alright, who's doing what here? They have decided to reposition. Weirdly enough, that one doesn't seem to be wanting to do anything. It's just going to move like 2 inches and stop. Wonder why. A cannon complies with cannon. This is in fact correct. Buffalo. Claymore, buffalo. Alright. As that one's backing off, let's go ahead and just tag it and take care of it. I think we still have the rest of that attack going on. Oh, hang on. In the heat of battle, it can be hard to keep track of everything. Click here to replay the last 5 seconds. Okay, so it wants me to rewatch everything anyways for a moment. Hover over the timeline to view specific points in time, or use the time controls to watch the action on repeat. That's nice, especially if the battlefield gets spread out at all, being able to see everything that happened. Alright, once you're done with replay, return to planning. We got our next 5 seconds. Okay, now that it's not cooking my computer, I'm digging. I'm digging. Just don't know why my laptop hated it quite so much. It was only hitting like 20% CPU and 40% GPU. I've never seen my laptop get that freaked out except by XCOM 2. Go figure. XCOM 2 hits my laptop worse than Unreal 5 does. Hey, Kekun. No, something weird's going on in my I think the camera is just really getting taxed. I think my system's generally getting taxed by this game, and streaming it. I was streaming it on my laptop. My laptop decided to not fucking like that. So, we're doing it old school tonight. Such a cool system. Wish more games had this kind of battle system. I'm really happy that between this and Nitrogen Omega, I've actually had 2 games this week that run the concept of timelines and action stacking for kind of simultaneous execution, even though one is turn-based with priority and the other one is obviously kind of more real-time, because my mech builder is based around simultaneous timelines, and it's nice to see a couple different takes on that concept. And since both of them have been really cool, it does give me a little bit more confidence that I'm going in the right direction with what I wanted. I will have to figure out how to make this run better on my laptop, though, because god damn it, I want to play more. I can already tell I'm going to want to play more. Though everything's probably going to get blown out of the water in my want to play more the second that Zero Company comes out. Because if it's as much like XCOM as it looks, I'm going to be lost to that. Alright, now we can't... Now, I'm going to assume that we cannot actually shoot effectively at this thing, because, yeah, we've got... Yeah, it says blocked. I want to make sure that we can actually get on it. So... It's going to start shooting while we're moving. We get into about here. Actually, we just... Maybe just keep the move going. Well, let's see. I want to see what happens. Like, insert the attack over top. This thing is in range. And we make sure that we kind of keep moving. Because we got that one too. Make sure we don't crash into that. Actually, let's try... Actually, I don't want to assume that I'm going to destroy that one effectively. Can I fire both in relatively short order? Alright, what's our current predicted damage? Okay, it's predicted that we will do sufficient to kill it, so... We can go ahead and switch targets then. That should take that. We'll keep coming up, and we should be able to open up on that. Good God, if this thing's going to take them all out at once, that's a hell of a cadet, and they deserve a goddamn promotion. Alright, shotgunner. Let's have you actually maybe get into shotgun range. With this one that's not really doing anything. And then, you know, shotgun it. Am I missing something? Is that Is that everyone accounted for? It says crashing, but is it actually dead? You know what? Just in case it's not. I would actually be seriously afraid that I'm, yeah, gonna tag one of my own people as they run through the laser, you know? In fact, I don't think I'm even gonna risk that shot, because even if I manage to weave it past this one, I'm definitely gonna wind up tagging that one when they get up here. And I want that shot to just pass through. Another reason you're a little weird about it is because it's EA, and well, EA has lost a lot of trust. Lost a lot of trust. That's cute, implying they had any to begin with. So you're coming to be the first Star Wars game after Old Republic you're actually interested? Yeah, actually pretty much the same for me. I don't really care about Star Wars. Like, I like Star Wars. I like old Star Wars, you know, 4, 5, 6. Grew up with that stuff, love it. But Star Wars games, no, I'm never there for them. KOTOR was the rare exception, then Star Wars The Old Republic, rare exception because I worked on it for 5 years. This is the first time I've seen a Star Wars game where I've been like, ooh, I want to stream that. So yeah, I am definitely checking it out next week. I think I'm going to have this guy not do anything. Just have him reposition a little bit. And I think we're just going to call that good. Trust them when Command & Conquer 1 was still around? Yes, and they killed Westwood. So, yeah. I mean, that's fair. And a 1. And a 2. And a 3. Oh, 3 birds, 1 stone. 3 enemies in a single turn. Are you technically not dead? It was still listed as crashing. So I gotta get the up close on this guy. Look at this. Just trading guns and destroying everyone as he goes. That cadet deserves a raise. Well, since we're here, let's just make sure that you are definitely done for. Oh, this would be such a good opportunity to show what happens when you make a mistake. I'm just gonna fire this laser beam right at this dude and, oh my god, totally kill him. And move that here a little bit, and you are just gonna be like, nope, not here. And in the off chance that somehow doesn't finish the job, we'll just stick that in here, and you know, you can get him that. He turns, he dies. Oh, I still took the shot despite there being nothing to shoot at, and I actually nicked this guy. More casket signatures approaching a position. Detecting 20, 30. Connection lost. Reserve relay offline. Emergency broadcast failed. Being overrun. All units evacuate the civilians and fall back. Don't let them get their hands on the prototypes. I like the laser beam, and that is definitely going to get me in trouble. The mech just overheated or something? It was crashing. I'm not entirely certain what crashing means yet. But yeah, it was not in any position to do anything. The attack on Boundary Falls was the first of many. Without warning or provocation, the Casca Dominions swiftly overran the neighboring country, the Republic of Fearland. The annexation was brutal and absolute. You can tell they're the bad guys because you can't see their eyes. Also, they kind of look like XCOM villains. Within days, Fearland's military was reduced to scrap and rubble. Their surviving forces fled to whatever safe corners they could find. Armed only with salvaged or rebuilt equipment, they worked together to form a resistance, engaging in covert and guerrilla warfare against their occupiers. Over time, they became known as the Fearland Freedom Forces, or the 3F. Okay, at least it was only 3 and not 4, because there's a really old, terrible thing about the 4Fs that I probably shouldn't get into. Probably the worst dating thing I ever heard from anyone. With dwindling numbers, their victories were short-lived, but the 3F had one thing the Casca didn't. The prototype prediction technology that had been saved from Boundary Falls. These prototypes were entrusted to a small group of mech pilots who could use it to strike at their oppressors with seemingly supernatural precision and speed when they weren't tripping all over each other. Are we sure we are playing XCOM, right? Advent hats? Yeah, exactly. I couldn't remember what they were called. Yeah, Advent. To risk their one advantage, the time had to be right. For the last 3 years, they have remained hidden, waiting for their opportunity to fight back. That opportunity is today, now that your computer's not overheating. 3 years later. Also, doesn't Japan think the number 4 is unlucky? Yes. No, this is not a Japanese-made game. This is made in Vancouver by Brace Yourself Games. You peer out at the vast stretch of land before you. Despite years of occupation, it still feels like home. Pilot points to a spot on the map directly ahead of you. Langset, one of Fearland's remote outposts, now under Casket's command. And if your intel can be trusted, home to a mobile base currently undergoing repair. It's time to make your move. What's the dragon, sir? At least in Chinese, if I recall, sounds similar to the word for death. Yes, no, it definitely has the same thing in Japanese as well. Which is why, rather than lacking a 13th floor, you'll often find buildings that don't have a 4th floor. This is the world map. Look around with the camera. Woo! What? Yep, okay. Continue. The details of your current operation and active objectives are displayed here. Finding a foothold, 1 of 9, home base. Intel suggested that a nearby repair yard is housing a mobile base or crawler. An asset like that would greatly benefit the resistance. Investigate the Langset repair yard. 100 kilometers, 2040 way away. To move on the world map, right-click a desired destination. If you're ever lost, press this button to recenter the camera. Tab. We are this tiny little thing here, apparently. 2 active mechs, that's our squad. The scout squad dispatched by the brigade, worn down by a long journey and in need of maintenance. How do I actually move to it? There we go, right click. Off we go, team! Alright, Langset. Once a remote mine up in the Headmark Highlands. Casket forces repurposed it as a repair yard for some of their larger armored vehicles. Those were the early days of the occupation. Now, aside from a small patrol, it seems nearly abandoned. So how do they do it with big skyscrapers? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 5. Same as here, you'll often find a lot of hotels in particular. You'll find floors listed as 10, 11, 12, 14. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's stupid, and it's not like you're not on a 13th floor when you go to the 14th floor, but it's also better business to respect that incredibly broad superstition than to not respect it. It's a weird thing. Your mech frames haven't had a tune-up since before the invasion, but they should have no trouble here, especially when they're equipped with prediction systems. Wait, we haven't run maintenance in 3 years? One of your pilots spots the old mobile base settled into a repair bay ripe for the taking. It's time to move in. Alright, we have on-site contact by 1 dropship contact. We have a danger rating here of L1. Guaranteed rewards of a reward container, and suit up, motherfucker. I just filed those tidbits in my humans are fucking weird file in my head? Yes. Head mark 0700 clear. Reserves level 1 for each. On Friday the 13th, they skip all the floors? Well, thankfully, they have very fast construction methods there. So on Friday the 13th, they actually just tear every single building down that has more than 12 floors, and then they rebuild them over the weekend. Control, we're seeing 2 mechs approaching from the west, getting a negative response by IFF, treating these as hostiles.
Okay, this is what we've been training for. If we can capture the mobile base, we'll be able to repair and refit these rusty mechs of ours.
I wish I could set that to just go when I want it to, as opposed to it autoing. I don't think I saw that in the options. Quick execution. Thanks to your prediction systems, this patrol should pose little threat to your mechs. Check the predicted enemy actions, avoid incoming fire, and, beat the crap out of them. And check this corner to see mission status and objectives. Right now, your main objective is to eliminate everyone. Happily. The enemy is called for reinforcements. It would be a good idea to clear the field before they arrive. But are the reinforcements worth XP? Because if they is, I might want to stick around and play. Nothing like seeing where the reinforcements are going to arrive in XCOM and having like 3 guys with heavy machine guns and Overwatch just waiting there, right? In they come, out they go. God, now I really want to play more XCOM. Fuck. This is one genre I would say I never got tired of, tactical games, but it's actually not technically true. StarCraft, I loved, I adored. I played so many hundreds of hours of it that it actually burned me out on RTS as a genre, like, entirely. And then on the turn-based end, I kind of burned out on turn-based after finishing Disgaea 2. I sort of stayed away from anything like that until Valkyria Chronicles popped up originally on the PS3, and that brought me back with a vengeance. Install the Long War mod and hate yourself for playing it. No, I've already done Long War. I don't like Long War. I disagree with so much of the design in Long War that I just won't go near it. Not my thing. But to be fair, I'm also generally... I don't use mods. I don't particularly care to use mods, like, pretty much at all. In anything. Salute to Valkyria Chronicles. I fucking love that game. The first and fourth were so good. Alrighty, what's we got? A couple of tanks. And what do we have? We have a shotgun and shield. Well rested. So we have an engineer, Sierra, and we have a defender, Kilo. Okay. So assault rifle and handgun, and the shield and shoddy. Now, let's see what movement speed looks like here. Shotgun does not have a ton of reach. But if we can slip in here... Damage is good, but it's not enough to finish the job. We'll need a second shot on that. So we'll have to see. Depending, it might be better for this person to do the follow-up shot. Yeah, because they can easily take the shot on the move while moving into a better kind of cover position. Probably don't even need the big gun. Probably get away with just the handgun. No, handgun's gun. Doesn't have the reach. Alright, so we do want this then. Alright, so we'll just go ahead and get rid of that second attack. And we will continue moving. Gotta make sure I don't... There we go. See, this is the fun. Gotta make sure I don't trip on the tank or get shot in the ass by my partner. There's probably actually not a really good position I can move to there. So that being the case, I'm going to limit the amount of additional movement, I think, to this. And just going to get the shield up. What's that? Click locked. I'm going to keep the shield pointed in the direction of that. Alright, what do we got here? Attacks generate heat. Keep an eye on the timeline and heat indicator. Space attacks to let the heat dissipate and avoid damage. Okay, nice, because we can see that here. We don't want to hit the top there. Good. Let's take a look at Sierra. And that's just the one attack, so... Well, that being the case, I can probably just go ahead and continue up to here. And we'll just slot an additional attack in as that closes distance. And we sneak in the handgun. Nope. Oh, and it says we'll overheat. Oh, actually, we're going to overheat in general. Okay. See if we can space that out a little bit. It's coming in from far enough away. The two of them, though, I bet will finish the job. And nope, it looks like I'm liable to overheat unless that happens right at the end here. Which probably means I'll still have high heat going into the next segment. Let's try that. Okay, well that's pretty toast. It's not quite dead though. It says destroyed. Pilot deceased. Okay, no, it's done. It's done. Let's get that action replay. Yeah, that's a hell of a way to go. Just Swiss cheese in a sardine can. Might not be done, but the pilot shirt is. Yes, it is. What was that about Valkyrie? Unlike VC3, managed to find a copy. Still very sad. It's a PSP only game. Yeah, I have a copy. There were 2 releases in Japan. I have the one that doesn't have the capacity to be English patched, so I've just been sitting on 3 for ages. But I'll definitely give it a shot when I get around to it. I've kept a PSP around. Oh, there we go. A game I've sat on for longer than the 7 years I sat on this for. Because I picked that up in... God, like on my first trip to Japan? In like 2008? So there we go. I've been sitting on that for 18 years. That's way more than this. Much better than 2. The 4 is better gameplay. I like 3 story a bit more. I mean, yeah, 2 is not. Yeah, we don't talk about 2. we don't talk about 2. All right, so let's see. Still has the eliminate hostiles, but I mean it's toast. Can I shoot it more? I mean, it's... Have I not completed set objective? It's dead as shit. No, it says destroyed. Oh, that's nice. There's a list up here. I mean, I don't see anything else. Love the kind of diorama vibe when you're zoomed out like this. 2 does not exist. I hear 3 is pretty solid. Yep, exactly. So why is this not complete? I would actually like the answer in this case, Claymore, because as far as I can tell, he's dead. It's labeled destroyed. Or we are waiting on the reinforcement. Okay, because they made it sound like we wanted to get out of here before the reinforcements. Which is clearly not what I'm doing. Velius, we were talking about Valkyria Chronicles. And the very unfortunate release of the 3rd game on PSP only, and then not even outside of Japan. Alright, well I don't know where they're going to drop on us, so I will just take the opportunity to arrange some degree of... solid starting point here. We got cover kind of all around. Don't know where they might come in from, so we'll have Kilo move. Actually, $1 million question. Can I rename pilots? Because if so, I gotta name them after chat. Meanwhile, having a rough time thinking tonight. Look outside, looks like freaking Silent Hill. Oh goody. Too much O2 here displaced by burnt. Oh god, right. Right, the World War II of that airplane series, like those? I'm a big fan of the 1st and the 4th. Really enjoyed them. 4th was honestly my game of the year for 2018. it was so nice to see Valkyria Chronicles come back to like its roots with the 4th one. Really enjoyed that. We can rename both pilots and mechs. Excellent. Well, you know what that'll lead to then. Alright, since I don't know where they're going to come from, let's just go ahead and saddle up on this building. Deploying those old mechs. Is this supposed to be Ferlin's resistance? Let's put him in the ground and report it to command. Yes, come fight with us. Okay, they're coming in from here. Taking some shots at us here, but we've currently got the building on our side. It's good, because if we wait a moment, we'll just lie in wait right here. Oh, that's got quite a bit of health. Well, we'll tag her with the shotgun as it passes by. And the question is, do we try to slip out and get the flank on it, or is that going to influence how it moves too much? Let's get a feel for it. Already within range here. We do have to be careful how much we shoot, because we will overheat otherwise. Get a few shots in that way. But we do definitely exchange fire here. I might not want to do, so I think I'm going to actually adjust things. So while it takes the shots and is blocked, I'm going to see if I can actually get behind it. Move that on the timeline. I think that mostly is just going to wind up... Well, maybe not. That might actually get us a few shots. Let's try that. Now, the secondary weapon won't overheat us too, so we can still shoot it in the back once too. Okay, let's play to that and see how that goes. Watching this one streamer play the first one rage out endlessly was pretty hilarious. Didn't like the game, sadly. Aw. Man, Valkyria Chronicles was a really fun time for me, but there is this funny thing where good tactics for Valkyria Chronicles don't necessarily make sense in the broader pantheon of tactical games. Which is to say, like... man, how do I put this? The tactics that work for Valkyria Chronicles are not normal. Scout Rush? I mean, don't get me wrong, I do love my scouts, especially once they have the long-range grenade arc. But I was also a pretty heavy user of shock troops. But a chunk of it is, like, getting up on a dude on his side and taking cover in his cover and then shooting his face full of machine gun rounds is absolutely peak Valkyria Chronicles tactics. But that's so weird, right? In any normal tactical game, you would not want to share cover with the enemy. It just doesn't work the way you'd normally think about tactics. It has its very own unique spin, especially once you factor in things like using command points and double actions. But I love that about it. Parliament says hello with regards to Rush B. Well, to be fair to Valkyria Chronicle, or no, sorry, to be fair to Fire Emblem, it's not a ranged-based game, and it's not an environmental-based combat field, which is what stuff like XCOM and Valkyria Chronicles are. Scouts still OP in the other games? They're still great, yeah. They are fantastic. The 4 gives us a mortar crew as a It's like the Lancers, except they shoot way further. Not so great for armor necessarily, but my god, the horrible, horrible things you can do to infantry. So good. Yes, I'd like to fire over this mountain and onto their head. And we definitely did that a few times. Okay, let's see that go. I think we should be reasonable on this. The building should eat his shots. We loop, get him in the back a few times, shotgun tags him once. Oh, the shot hasn't actually reached him yet. That's great. Okay, so let's see. We landed some good hits. He's actually gonna advance on us while shooting, is gonna back off a bit, and then is going to shoot a second time. So that's easy enough for us to take advantage of, I think. We can... So the trail end of that shotgun blast here. Now the question is, can we fit another shotgun in before we need the no, we'll actually overheat. We're gonna have to give that a moment. So instead, we will we'll shield up here. That'll help us absorb those shots. He'll shoot again near the end. We catch this right about here. We can get a chunk of damage in before we have to switch back to the shield to make sure that we can absorb the following shots. Okay, so we'll trade shots back and forth a little bit, but the shield should absorb the brunt of it. Meanwhile, since this guy is basically unmolested, we'll pretty much just have to wait to take our shots so that we don't risk overheating, but we don't have to move either. I doubt we can... Oh, we can just barely fit a pistol shot in here too. Not quite at range though, so we're gonna move a little bit. Alright, we'll tag in there. And that puts us in 100% for that. Oh, to answer the other question about XCOM RNG, no, the percentage is the effectiveness of the attack. So we're in range to do full damage. Whether shots miss or not is going to depend, from what I've seen, more on whether or not the target is moving, whether or not the weapon has general spread, getting buildings in the way and things like that. This is nice cover for that. Okay, let's see how that plays out. Shield should do the work we need it to. Oh, currently crashing. And slid right into another shotgun blast. Yeah, it did not manage to do its moves.
All clear. Looks like we got them before they managed to get the word out. Let's salvage what equipment we can and get this crawler up and running.
Yep. That poor thing took such a big hit from the shotgun that the shot hadn't actually reached it from the previous round, so when this round started, it took all that to the face. It just slid out of control right into the next shotgun blast. Win combat without overheating anything, and win combat by knocking out all enemy units. Hooray! Debriefing. After each fight, you can review key metrics, state of your squad, and available rewards. Debriefing starts with a quick summary of the outcome and key stats. Battle length is one of the most important metrics here. A quick, decisive fight is usually better for your squad than a protracted engagement. Yep, 20 seconds, 21 actions planned, 396 meters, 1 block demolished. That wasn't even me doing it. 915 damage, and 3 units destroyed. No damage taken, no units lost. Man, I'd hope not this early. Alright, next page covers the state of your pilots and mechs. Taking care of your squad is key to a successful campaign, so it's important to take note of pilot injuries, fatigue, experience gains, and other events that occur in combat. From what I gather, part of the 2.0 update for the game was actually putting a lot more emphasis on the pilots. Oh, good God, yes, let's not bring up those prices. I tried to think about those, man. You're just finished taking 3 days plus to transfer 3.7 terabytes from your singleton externally brand new RAID 10. Oof, wow, yeah, ouch. At least it's done? CLZ means the horrible, horrible things he did to infantry war crimes. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I want more Valkyrie Chronicles, I really do. Alright, so let's see what we got. Mech assigned to a given pilot will be displayed in the background. You can hover over this panel to get additional information about its state. Combat ready, 100% frame integrity, no fractures. Survived unscathed. Helos from Bjorn. Alright, what do we get? Most fights yield rewards. These can include valuable resources or even items that you immediately equip in your mechs. You can click the items in this list to check their stats and appearance. We got shotgun and an assault rifle. We got perks, quick loader. Let's see, subsystem is welded into the part, can't be replaced. Okay. So this is just a faster reload, and this one has better heat generation, better damage, nice. Alright, let's go. Final step is salvaging. Every enemy you defeat on the battlefield might provide new parts for your mechs. In this step you can decide what to take and what to leave behind. Each enemy with compatible equipment will be displayed in this list. Units like tanks might not have any, while enemy mechs might have up to 6 usable items. Some fights can involve dozens of enemies, so remember to check for additional pages listing more items, or units and items. Okay. Use the buttons on the right to recover, scrap, or abandon any given item. You're limited by the salvage budget. It can vary depending on the number of defeated units, mission type, province, or even pilots you bring to the fight. Some options can be more costly, such as recovering items instead of scrapping them for resources, recovering higher quality items, recovering parts that were destroyed in combat. Okay. You're very Canadian, the Geneva checklist. Wait, what? What'd I do? If you're unsure what to pick, it can be a good idea to check your squad. You can click here to compare parts in the salvage pool with equipment on your mechs. As an example, checking equipped shield can help you decide whether another shield you found is worth salvaging. Now we're truly getting to the meat of the game. Oh yeah. Yep. Alrighty. Alright, we're ready. Press the button here. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so we got things like our legs. What do we have here? It's a whole ass torso. It's a gun. What did they leave us? They left us a lot of... Actually, I guess technically they left us like an entire unit. And a gun. Can I just take all of it then? No, I cannot, because we have 15 out of 55 down here. So I could take, like, the legs and the torso and an arm. But I couldn't take, I'll just go ahead and scrap that. Take that, and... Well, I can get one arm, 2 legs, and a torso back, and then we'll just scrap the rest. We'll see what we can do with that. Don't tell me CLZ does not know about Canadian war crimes. We don't commit war crimes. We're Canadian. That's kind of the whole point. Except for when we release the beavers. But that's no longer legal. They were assholes anyways. Mobile base is creaky from disuse, but still otherwise intact. Inside the giant crawler, there's ample space to accommodate pilots and crew, complete with a mech bay. It won't be cozy, but it'll serve well as home for you and your crew. And the moose? Oh, no. The moose is legal. That's just our tanks. To be fair, I can't think of too many things that can get hit by a 16-wheeler and walk away, so, yeah, don't mess with our tanks. Alright, mobile base. With this rugged all-terrain vehicle, you'll be able to take the fight out onto the road, striking the enemy where they won't expect it, refitting your mechs in the field, and sheltering your crew. It will be crucial to your campaign. Alright, mobile bases unit screen. Here we can inspect every mech in our roster. Click this button to edit the selected unit, and double-click a unit in the list to do the same. So, let's see. This is the unit editing menu. You can inspect and swap out individual parts equipped to a mech. Gonna be a lot to digest doing this. Damn things may as well be tanks. Yeah, they really basically are. Just, it is absurd how much damage they do to vehicles that hit them and how little they take. Just beware the Moose Cavalry. That is the truly terrifying Canadian war crime. Honestly surprised this much survived getting destroyed with how much DACA you put into them. It might be because it's the first mission that they're just guaranteeing specific stuff. Active service bear once? Good God. I'm also reminded of there was a active service dog. It was a Newfoundland dog, which are absolutely enormous. It was a big black one, and that thing was actually fielded during the campaign in Japan. And it became known as the Beast. Prisoners of war would ask what the hell the thing was that they had seen in the night. Like, this thing was absolutely terrifying. Amazing dog. Its name was Gander. I actually named the elite dog in Darkest Dungeon 2 after it, because that thing was a freaking monster. And ultimately, it died in service when it picked up and took off with a grenade that landed near troops. Saved all of them. Blew itself straight to hell. Hell of a dog. I don't even like dogs, and that's a hell of a dog. Alright, we picked up new weapons in the last fight. Click to the primary weapon slot to review the options. The bear got to the rank of corporal. Good God. Alright, this is the currently equipped weapon. Mech equipment is complex and has many different stats, so it's normal to take your time here. You can hover over different stats in this window to see their detailed explanations. Select a potential replacement, make comparisons, or comparisons will be displayed to help you make an informed decision. These are the parts in your inventory, compatible with the current socket. As you acquire more, you can take advantage of the filter and stored options above to refine this list. So let's see. So this is the one we picked up. It has better accuracy and longer range, better minimum cooldown. Takes a little bit longer to do its thing. Okay. That just seems pretty good. Except for unit damage and structure damage. Generates less heat, too. I mean, I'm good with generating less heat, since less heat means more firing. God, how do you even pronounce that bear's name? When I worked for the fair one summer, we had a day where one of the main cast members no-showed for 3 hours. He finally arrived with a jeep that looked like it had lost a fight with a tank. He'd hit a moose, and the moose walked away. Yep, that's what they do. Have a good one, Mecha. Enjoy your meal, and thank you again so much for the extremely generous support. It is hugely appreciated, and now it has put Chaos in the lead. Hooray, HoboCast. I will certainly not regret any of this. Alright, then of course we have the shotgun, but we've already got one shotgun in place, so let's go ahead and put that in. Note how the stats and average level of your unit have increased. Consider the unit's overall performance when refitting. A weapon's power might have trade-offs in weight and speed. You can also customize the paint scheme of your mech by entering the livery screen here. Once you're done exploring unit customization, click here to return to base. From there, we can return to the overworld. What colors, though, can I make? Oh. mean, I kind of like the bright red, but, oh, gaudy gold with black? Like, black and gold is about the only way I accept gold. Wait. How pink can we get? Excuse me a moment. I'm skittle squatting here. Actually, let's have at least one that is differently colored, just for the asymmetry of it. But what color? That's awful. Maybe that. That's pretty terrible. I'll take it. Along with a horrible golden gun for bling. Taste the mecha painbow. Yes, what colors? Yes. Yes, we just color it. Over here we have similar stories about boars walking away after totaling a van that crashed into them, so I can imagine what terrors would happen with long boar on stilts. Jesus Christ. That is a brand new way to describe a moose. I like it. Long boar on stilts. Oh yes, this awful color scheme will do. Yep, the rebirth of Skittle Squad. I love it. This one's already covered in gold, which, to be fair, I think is perfectly fine as a protector, because gold is gaudy as shit and will draw attention. So, you know, tanking by virtue of color. Let's see, we got a bigger shotgun, though. This shotgun does more damage. Worse cooldown, better unit damage. Active duration's a bit faster, same scatter, same range. Sure, let's swap it in. We are now level 1.2. Nope, technically the part we got has slightly better integrity. Same with the legs. I suppose we should probably go ahead and just swap that in then. Gotta decide if there's any reason for me not to just swap it all in. Okay, nice that it automatically recolors it too. Congratulations, you're level 1.7. Why is the plural of moose moose and not meese like it is with goose and geese? Yeah, I think Cubby got on that. Do you wanna tell him moose it's meese? No actual soldier will be wearing high-vis magenta armor on the battlefield. Clearly a decoy. Exactly. Honestly, back when I played Warhammer Age of Reckoning, I was the party tank, and for PvP, I would wear incredibly bright pink armor as a Black Orc. Incredibly bright pink armor with gold trim. Because, I gotta tell you, it just generated innate aggro in players. I didn't have to try and get attention, they just came right at me. Alright, I think that will do. As the crawler systems hum to life, you immediately notice a blip on the scanners. It's a distress call sent from a civilian radio on 3F frequencies. Casket forces have begun to move into a local village, no doubt in response to your attack on the outpost. There's no time to waste. What are you? Oh, we have a new waypoint, and I can't seem to move the camera at all, so I guess... I can't do anything here. There we go. Alright, we have a village, but what are you? Obviously, I have to head to this thing first, because, like, what is it? You come across a massive concrete tunnel disappearing into the hillside, likely another entrance into the mining complex. The driver, visibly relieved, jumps out of their seat and rushes downstairs to check the suspension. The old metal beast has been surprisingly cooperative so far, but after years in storage, there's no shortage of things for your engineers to check. You check out the mine? Asked one of your pilots. Considering our proximity to Langset, there might still be some equipment inside. Ask the crew to return with the first thing they find, or dig deeper? Well, I mean, that village is burning in the meantime, and I might as well find out. Will it burn more if I take more? Some old equipment had been stashed in the entrance to the tunnel, but your squad reports they found a small storage area off to the side. You look out the window to see your crew dragging a large crate through the glass. Thank you for the salvage container. I got legs! With reduced mass. Well, clearly I have to take a quick look at that, and since it's legs, I'm gonna check it on this one. Oh. Better power. It's pretty much better across the board. And it's less weighty, which I like for... Oh my god, the legs are so thin. Alright, we're just gonna run around on chicken legs. It's great. Let's do it. Hang on, is this thing auto-saving? Do I need to save? I should probably save. Holy shit, I haven't saved. Great to save. There we go. Now we have a save. Had not saved at all. Love the clown camo on this one. Reminds you of hitting 60 in vanilla. Wow. Game pretty robustly autosaves. Oh, good. I'm very much more used these days to games that don't really allow like save and reload, just the kind of continuous autosave, so I don't always think about it until, well, hopefully before something happens. Keep digging until you find a Balrog. If you didn't find Balrog, you are not deep enough. We'll have to go back. Oh no. We dug too deep and too greedily. I hear the drums of war. The crawler stops on the outskirts of the village. The briefing table in front of you lights up with enemy signatures and topographic scans. Can't go in there, guns blazing as usual, pilot says to another. This isn't a base or a battlefield. These are people's homes. Let's see. You've got on-site contacts, dropship contacts. Kill everything. Including the civilians. It's fine. The mobile base can scan the site in advance, revealing valuable intel. Customizing your squad depending on the mission and local terrain can be key to victory. Okay. You can review environment details, or mission details, environmental warnings, enemy numbers, and other intel before proceeding to your squad. Holo table lets you preview the terrain, unit positions, and key locations. Second page of the briefing lets you see how many units can be deployed and decide when mechs, which mechs and pilots to send out. And this is such an XCOM look to line our units up this way, which I'm fine with. Have we named them? Nah, I'm not renaming anyone yet. You never know when they might just drop dead. It's early on. Well, those are definitely the two we're taking. 250% XP, slots filled 2 of 2. And that's not going to let me change anything right now, so go back and see the intel. Camp supplies, and here's Siles. Oh, okay. Point of no return. Continuing, will start combat. Let's go. Yes, they have to show they won't fall over dead first. No matter what I do to them. Or put them through. Headmark 1354, clear. Reserves level 1, liberation. Let's go full EDF and turn this place into a parking lot.
This isn't the best place for a fight commander. Lead the enemy away from the buildings. Fairland Freedom Forces should be here soon. They're bringing in direct weapons to make this easier.
No, the buildings are my cover. Friendly territory. Not every fight takes place out in the field or at a military installation. From time to time, you'll need to deal with enemies in civilian areas. Avoid using civilian buildings as cover to protect them from damage. Leaving a city in ruins can complicate your campaign, reducing rewards, worsening your relationship with the resistance forces, or outright failing the mission. Counter-argument? I want to win. You're building as cover. You will learn to accept this. Line of sight. When fighting in cities, some enemies might hold fire until they have line of sight. However, it's best not to count on their trigger discipline. The enemies will fire if they catch a glimpse of your unit, even if there's a civilian building behind it. Look, we covered this in XCOM, right? Civilians are just bait. Any time that a thin mint is shooting a civilian and not me is a good day. They haven't evacuated yet? They have not. This is just occupation and not destruction. Yet. Imagine you're some random civ and these things just start walking through your neighborhood. Well, you know, live elsewhere? Not that easy. I know it's not that easy. Alright, so they're all kind of grouping up there. Now the question is, how readily can we... Yes, I'm just going to come around this corner here, see if I can get the drop. Man, I could take that thing out on the move, potentially. I'll just destroy that on the go. Before it has a chance to do anything to us. Now, we're gonna have to move her too, but we're gonna have to wait until that one's moved so we don't just smash into each other. I want to make sure that we get somewhere... Okay, we're moving into next turn, so we gotta be careful on that. Question is, where can we get nice and safely, like? They don't see me. Maybe I can just hang out here. I feel like that's gonna get seen. I should try not to actually blow up everyone's shit, I know. As you've been to the breach and the civilian commentary from that game, you know, I own it and haven't gotten around to playing it. Just an occupational hazard. Oof. Occupational hazards are meant to apply to the person with the occupation, not the people in the proximity of it. Choco Coder, thank you for 87 months, and those Bezos bucks, I'll happily take them off his hands. He's crap anyways. Thank you so much for that. What do you want to put that towards for HoboCast this year? And how are you doing this evening? Welcome to Slow Motion Mechs, as I try to work out the best way to maneuver through a civilian city without blowing it the entire fuck up. Fuck it, I'm going that way. Alright, we will not crash into each other. There we go, yes, yes, good. Alright, we still have plenty of movement I think we can do for this one, so... Get those shots off, and then we'll see by getting another bit of move in. Can't go too far, but I want to make sure we're doing the most. Let's go with that. Data Boy, of course, you got it. Data Boy is currently in the rear due to the horrors of RNG earlier. Alright, go team. Okay. Approaching the LZ, landing 5 seconds away. Glad to join the fight, Commander. And what will they be bringing to the fight? Where the hell are you? I guess I don't actually control them. They're an allied thing. So what will they do? They're on a mech. Marksman rifle and MLS, so we've got missiles and range. Not quite sure where they are at the moment, though. Okay, I think they will arrive at the end of this round, so we're good. Yeah, they did say indirect weapons, which the MLS would technically count as, I think. It's clearly in a mech. The question is, will he fire from off screen, or will he show up at the end of this this thing? He said he was 5 seconds out. So, let's see. What's their current prediction? Okay, they are going to come out shooting as they see. This is fine, though. The tank is holding position, so I think what we'll do is we'll, What are they even shooting at, though? They're shooting at him as he's landing. There he is. Okay, well, I should probably cover for him then, just in case. So, we'll go ahead and, Oh god, are we gonna crash into each other? Yeah, we are. Oh. Actually, you know what? I have a better idea. We're going to use him as bait. And we're just gonna wait here, and as this guy rounds the corner, shotgun to the face. Bing bong. Better hope that doesn't hit the building behind him. He's gonna come in shooting at that guy dropping down, and we are just going to shotgun him in the face. Yes, absolutely blindside the guy with the point-blank shotgun. Now the question's gonna be, what are we doing here? We got a tank that's not moving. I'm not too worried about that. This thing has more health, so it's the one I want to take down. Gotta be careful, because bearing in mind we're shooting this way with a shotgun, if I have Sierra also engaged, there's a decent chance that we're gonna get crossfire here that we don't want. So if I'm going to shotgun him like that, I need to make sure that Sierra has repositioned somewhere where they will be safe. Let's see, we're not in handgun range, but we are in... How accurate, though, will that be? Okay, I don't think... But we might buzz a house nearby. It's probably fine. Okay, anything more is going to run the risk of overheating. So I might actually just pop a couple of small handgun shots. I'm going to jump back here and see what is our predicted... Oh, you know what? Oh no, actually. Oh, that shot starts. It is point blank, but if anything misses, it's going right to Sierra. So let's make that gamble just for fun. Let's see. Will he eat the full shotgun blast? Accuracy says we're probably fine, but if the shotgun does something like, say, knocks it over, there's a chance that the handgun shot will not go where expected. Let's find out. Alright, no shots hit the town. Oh, we did nick Sierra on that. This mech belongs to the Fairland Freedom Forces. They'll come to your aid from time to time. Mech is equipped with a marksman rifle and missile launcher, as excellent long-range loadout. Allied units can make their own plans, but you can order them as you see fit. Remember that an action on the timeline can be removed or deleted. Okay, so it'll set itself up for one, but we can also remove it if we want and just do our own thing. But I want to catch that again. So all the shots landed there, no damage to the buildings. Oh, that took its arm right the fuck off. It has no gun. Look at that. Alright, pistol shot took it too. As you can see, some of the shrapnel flies by and nicks Sierra. And those shots haven't actually landed yet. Okay, well, let's see. What are they going to do now? Now that they've realized they're in the shit. Just running away. Oh, they're running away and then they're doing... Ah. Okay, well, we cannot let that one get away then. That's clearly going to blow up a house. Not gonna lie, I love the replay feature. Yes. Right into an ambush. And I love the best part that it had no arm by the time it got there. Okay, well this... I gotta see if I can take that arm off too. This shot's not done yet. And we won't be able to throw another one on it without overheating. So yeah, it's gonna have an opportunity to get away. So I think we're gonna rely on Sierra instead, who has a little bit more room to act. In fact, once it has its back turned this way... Oh, is it shooting there too? Yeah, it is. And is that shooting? No, that's probably him shooting. Yeah, he's taking a shot down there. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and take this apart. We have the high ground right now. Let's see if we can just take that guy out on the run. Pretty sure it's going to fall down and not make it anywhere near that far. Yeah. I think it's going to have problems. Alright, MR1 baseline marksman rifle. Where's our best... That shot coming all the way from down there with the cannon? I think it is. I think we're going to have to move to avoid that. Okay. We are blocked on that, so we're going to need to move regardless. Can we avoid the missiles doing this? They're definitely going to land on this place, I think. And then we got that guy shooting as well. Oh, you know what? I don't think we have to worry about this. I think it's taking the shot. But it doesn't actually have line of sight, so I think it's mostly okay. We might not have to move for that after all. We'll just have to move to make sure we can tag that. Unless this guy can actually... Yeah, I didn't think so. I was gonna say, it's blocked, we're blocked. Our high view's not that high. And the question is, if I get up on a building, how much do you think it's gonna fuck with the building? That guy actually gonna get moving there? Alright, I'm gonna rely on us since we're already close. Figure him out in a moment. I want to wait for him to turn. So that way we can hopefully take the arm off at the same time. I'm not gonna do more shooting with Kilo at the moment, because I'm pretty sure the rest of that shotgun has not actually happened yet. So it's gonna take a moment. Hey TK, how's it going, man? I think we're gonna go ahead and get her moving. Make sure we don't collide. And if for some reason that thing is still moving at that... Oh, no, actually. Can't risk... Oh, no, we have a collision there anyways. Yeah, there's no way we both get through here unless I delay the run a little bit. We can do. But we've got Crossfire again. The question is, how much do we trust Sierra? You know, I trust Sierra reasonably. I'm gonna risk it. And then I'm gonna shoot that in the ass. From there, we will keep running. I have a feeling this is not going to go as predicted because that thing is going to take the bulk of the shotgun blast that's about to come in and just fucking knock itself over. And then all of this shit is going to be wrong. Shoot it in the ass. Keep going. I don't think it's ever going to get the chance to actually shoot at this guy. We'll move over here. Oh, it's just out of missile range. Let's get up onto there. We are maybe just in range. No, just out of range. Alright, we won't bother doing that then. We'll just stick to it moving. Since you're going to keep playing this game because of how it's fucking with your machine. Oh no, I'm going to play it. I'm definitely going to play more of it. Just not on my fucking laptop. Probably going to cease existing, but hey, gotta cover bases? Exactly! So let's see how well that prediction goes. Is Sierra accurate enough to not crossfire this, and will this thing even keep going, or is it about to just fall the fuck over? Let's find out. Oh, it's going down. Alright, it did it. Alright, so what do you end up with? Yep, as hoping. There goes the arm as it goes by. And double shotgunned up the ass. Yep, that'll do. Alright, it's trying to make a blocked shot, so we're not going to do that. We're just going to move up a tiny bit. And then we will drop some missiles. And that'll do most of the job it needs to. I guess we could probably just follow up with more. Not much heat generation, so might as well just let it do its thing. And I guess we'll let him finish the job. And I'm pretty sure the civvies will be okay if we blow up the cars in the parking lot. Better than their houses. Backdoor buckshot, great for mech enemas. Yeah, how about a lead enema? And just in case, you know what? Actually, I don't want to be around for that. So we'll just hang out here. I don't think we need to do anything. We're gonna let our guest compatriot drop some missiles, and we'll I guess we'll just go ahead and reposition Sierra. Just running across the way. That's right. Take the high ground, Sierra. Maybe don't take the high ground. This rocket's in the air. I don't think we need anything more than that, honestly. See, and oh no, no cars survived. That's okay, right? Rest in peace to all their fences. You know, you win some, you lose some fences. Damage taken. The 9 damage taken by the squad was self-inflicted too, which is the funny part. As far as costs go, fences are the cheapest to replace. Yep. It's a fencing racket. I know, the 3F sends in repair guys soon. It's, oh yeah, we're handyman. We work for relatively cheap. I hear you lost your fences. Oh no, I said don't swing for the fences. Alright. We got some fatigue. A little bit of health. He did nick that buckshot crossfire. Alright. Survived. Intact. And this is totally fine too. Bit more fatigue. Still no damage. Acquired camp supplies. Legs. Legs. Explosions. And a shield, but explosions. Alright, we have a salvage budget here. I'm still missing an arm from the other one, so I guess we could potentially grab an arm here. Just to have one. And, oh, let's just, you know, salvage the rest for now. You know what? I like legs. We'll bring legs back, just in case. One of your pilots leaps down from the mech, raising cheers from the rest of the crew. Everyone's in high spirits, but you can see that they need to rest. Medbay and repair systems are finally up and running. It's time for a short stop. Rest and recovery. Yes, lots of explosion look of it. I do like the explosions. To be fair, it's been all about the explosions this week. Taking care of your squad is your key responsibility as a commander. With the mobile base and supplies at your disposal, you can finally attend to injuries, let your pilots rest, and repair the mechs. Alright, overview corner. It gives you an at-glance summary of the units and pilots at your disposal, along with other important actions. This section displays the number of mechs at your disposal and total number of mechs at your base can accommodate. So we could make one more. Integrity of each mech displayed at the bottom. You can hover over each unit to check their average level, weapon loadout warnings, and more. Alright, section displays the pilots at your disposal and the overall space available for them. Health of each pilot displayed at the bottom. Yes, blah blah blah. Everyone's a little bit meh right now. A little fatigued. It's okay. With your pilots exhausted and your mechs damaged. Damaged, that's a strong word. It is prudent to set up camp and attend to your squad. Camp button. Alright, we have supplies to set up camp. Limited number of mechs and pilots can be attended to in one stop. Carefully review which pilots should be sent to the medical bay and which mechs should be repaired. Which one was damaged? Lancer technically took the tiny hit. Frame integrity still at 100% though. So really it's just these two are tired. Alright, you sure you'd like to spend supplies and set up camp? The last set of camp supplies in your inventory. Medical bay was not filled to capacity. I mean, we've got... I have no one else. That's everyone. Fine, stick the one mech in it, whatever.
One of us, by force or by choice.
Alright, Shadowman, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the 10 gift subs. Much appreciated. Thank you so much for that. Where would you like to put that for HoboCast? Oh, god damn it, Astronomal. I take offense to that. Oh, it hurts. It hurts. Paint is chipped, it's real damage. I mean, that's how I feel with a new car, right? We will confirm our camp. Data boy. Data boy gets it. Data boy in second place again. Quadrant narrowly pushed out to third. Alright, crew attends to the injured, repairs the mechs, and rests. But a short stop. The optical camo won't last long. I mean, there was really nothing to repair, but sure. Okie dokie then. All pilots lose some fatigue. Standard outcome of stopping for a camp. Well, one would friggin' hope so. This effect is based on hope level. Hope is gained when you progress the campaign and lost when the enemy gains an upper hand. That can kind of snowball into when you're doing well, you do better, and when you're doing poorly, you just do worse. Did you know there's $1,000 services for putting the first scratch in your paint in an aesthetically pleasing way? I did not, and I would never use it. I can damage my own things. Thanks. For free, at that. Okay, what do we got here? New waypoint, demolition. New waypoint, tank ambush. And where do we want to go today? Let's see, what was demolition? Sabotage enemy military base. Focus on damaging structures and extract once you inflict enough damage. Just blow up structures. Tank ambush. Enemy convoy transporting valuable supplies using armored cargo carriers. Ambush the convoy, stop the tanks, neutralize or evade the escort. Ooh. When this gets me supply... Oh, no, this says dropship contacts. Steady reinforcements. Enemy will constantly receive reinforcements. Same with this one. I kind of want to blow up a base. That sounds like fun. Gonna take a look at our mech and see if we have appropriate stuff for this. I don't know that a handgun is necessarily going to do the job for this. Cluster, on the other hand, that definitely has structure damage. Yeah, I don't think the handgun is going to really help us on blowing up structures. This, though, that will do. Mass goes up a little bit, but I think we'll still be fine. Alrighty, let's take a look at Protector here. And in comparison here, better integrity and less mass. You know what? No question. We will take the better shield. Blowing up a base does sound fun. Even got some cluster missiles? Yes, we do. Why even damage your things at all? I know, right? It's like, yes. You know, pre-ripped jeans and distressed furniture and pre-keyed cars, I guess? No thanks. Then again, my entire office is like the epitome of shiny white plastic, so... Alright, this does not have great structural damage either. So I might have to take her off the shotgun and go with the assault rifle instead. Yeah, there's a lot more structural damage from the assault rifle, so for the moment, the shotgun is going to have to stay home. Hey Smexy, how's it going? All hail the almighty mecha, yes. Both the fanboy kind and these kind. Alright, I think this team is reasonably set. Not you. Let's thank you. Oh, that's where we came from. Let's go. Demolition. No one expects this Spanish tanquisition. Ascot Outpost is eerily quiet. According to your scanners, their squads seem to have been mobilized to hunt for the mobile base, searching everywhere but here. Base comes to a stop near the emptied outpost. They won't be back in time to stop you from doing some serious damage. It does say steady reinforcements though, so we'll probably not want to stick around. This mission involves damaging structures. Let's make sure your squad is up to the task. Well, I mean... we have an assault rifle, an MLS, and we have another assault rifle here, so hopefully that will do the job, and if it doesn't, we'll have a problem. I mean, it'll be fine, right? Oh, it wants to force me to do some changes. Select the Mechner squad, click the edit button to jump to the unit editing menu. We're good though. To destroy structures, you'll need to use a weapon with structure damage. Look for a line like this in the damage summary. Structure damage! Once you're happy with your choice, proceed to the mission. If something goes wrong, you can always go back to the autosave before the fight and unfuck yourself. He's good. Let's go. Yes, let us stomp all over it. Headmark 117, clear. Reserves level 1, demolition. Let's just shove the giant heavily reinforced shield through a few buildings. I would hope so. Though those look like they're reasonably tough.
No active threats in sight. Looks like they sent all their forces on patrol after the clash in that village. Well, let's get to work. Knock 'em up, son.
Target practice. The enemy base has just one unit, an inactive heavy mech under maintenance. Good opportunity to practice directional damage. Mechs consist of multiple parts that can be damaged depending on hit direction. Well, we know because we steadily dismembered the mech in the previous mission. Hit from the side is most likely to damage arms, useful for removing weapons. Hit from the front most likely to damage upper body. Hit from the back is most likely to damage the legs. Hits from the back also deal double damage to pilots. Backstab. Practice directional attacks and destroy the enemy mech to proceed to the next phase of the mission. If you're unsure about the remaining integrity of an enemy unit, select it or hold the modifier key Control. I'm going to break you into little pieces. Oh, we don't have to worry about what we hit on this one either. Get a little closer to shoot you in the back. Of course, maybe we don't want to shoot you in the back. Maybe we just want to use all the explodey bits and hit everything in the area. Why not? Pew pew. How much ammo does this thing have, actually? I don't know that it necessarily has ammo specifically as opposed to just the heat thing. Well, I guess let's just keep shooting missiles at things. Actually, I don't want to overshoot because it did say to kill it to progress. I don't want to, like, destroy buildings and have it not count or anything. So we'll just go ahead and, shoot that in the ass, too. Alright, you, moving up. That should be plenty. But in case it's not... Nope, not gonna do that. We'll overheat if we do that. Yes, fire the missiles, but I am not tired. Okay, take a nap, and then fire the missiles. This is Outpost Sierra. All squads return to base immediately. We're under attack by unidentified mechs. Aw, poor baby. I love that enough people here remember that old video. How long ago was that now? Alright, let's move up a side. I'm gonna stand on this building here. Fill it full of holes. I think it might still need a little bit more than that. Just make sure it's really full of holes. Oh, good God, it broke so bad. Bonus, shoot the buildings!
Unit down, all clear. Base is calling reinforcements, so we still have some time before they arrive. You're free to, renovate.
So I'm not gonna lie, the secret lair commander deck for Hatsune Miku came in today, and I haven't even had a chance to open it, and it's sitting there staring at me from my desk, and it's bugging me. So I know what I'm doing as soon as this show's over today. Yes, we love destruction. What's up, Serena? Mission requires you to destroy enemy structures. Destroyed blocks in a building at this base will count towards the objective. 4 of 50. To destroy structures, you need to use a weapon with structure damage. Check your units to view weapon stats. Hover or select an attack action on the bar. Look for, yes, structure damage. We figured that out. Once you select the right weapon, we'll need to target the structures. By default, attacks require an enemy target, but there is a way to fire to location. Okay, so we can just hold left control. Find a weak spot such as a thin wall here. Hold the modifier key while targeting it, you'll be able to confirm it. Well, I don't think I want to do it while I'm standing right next to it since I have cluster missiles. So maybe just, you know, go over here for safety. And then cluster missiles. Yes, from here. Kaboom. Give me a damage estimate on myself. I'm gonna just make sure I'm... You know, make sure I'm just a little further away here. Then the cluster missiles. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and shoot at this one. And then more oh no, I'll overheat. Wait, no, there we go. More cluster missiles. Because what the fuck, why not? You just stand here and shoot at everything. Okay, overheating from the last one, so we'll just... I guess keep shooting at various buildings. And we'll have to wait for the next round to do much more on that one. Yes, that was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom. Where was the kaboom? Distress call received, Sierra. Return to base. Prepare for emergency airdrops. Keep landing sites clear. What's up, dead man? Cluster missiles are either super effective or splatter and destroy everything around the target, at least in a rule of cool. Yes. Alright, we still have rockets coming in on that one. Gonna need to do a lot more building damage, though. That does not seem sufficient. I wonder what it takes to like really bring something down. Maybe I should focus fire. Let's see what happens if I focus fire some cluster missiles over here along with the other shots too. I want to see what it takes to like, if we can bring something really down. Don't know where enemies are going to start popping up. We're only at 8 of 50 for destruction, so we clearly need to get a lot more. Okay, those missiles are dangerously close. That's much better, though. 20 of 50. Hey, Nidiot, thank you very much for 91 months and welcome back. Where would you like to put that for HoboCast? But I mean, it might have... No, even if it did pop up just before HoboCast, the fact is that... Yeah, I think that the 21st is when a lot of the resubs come up, so it might have just been delayed from the last one. While I was lurking, I heard the old memes referenced and it made me happy. And you want to know how long ago that was, and I don't think you really want to know? I do. I do actually want to know. Hit me. It's not like my beard's gonna get any grayer. Always, boy, you got it. Dado boy, creeping forward, one step at a time. Alright, let's see. Is any sign of anything landing yet? I think I've still got some time. Keep shooting. The assault rifle's not great for bringing down the buildings, I don't think, but the, at least the cluster missiles are doing the job. Excuse me, I'll just fire even more of them. Okay, that seems like it did good work. 37. Need more power. Zero erased the memory of me saying the end of the world is 23 years old. Oh, did you say it? I didn't catch that. Oh no, I see now. Actually, in a little over 2 months, it'll be 23 years exactly. Wow. Damn. 2003, really? Alrighty then. I mean, it's weird to think about. There's. I keep running across things from like, oh yeah, that wasn't that long ago. That was what, the early 2000? Oh right. That's a lifetime ago for some people. Older than Halo 2 even? Yes it is. I recall this specifically because I know where I was when Halo 2 released. I was in line for a midnight launch with a couple of people I'd met shortly after moving to Edmonton to work at BioWare. And the first 10 people in the line were going to get something special from the store. I was the 10th person in line. When it came time for them to let me into the store, I just walked out of line. I was just there to hang out with a couple of friends. I had no interest in buying the game. So, lucky number 11 in line got to become lucky number 10 and get whatever the hell it was. Crazy that Icon has cheeseburger, cat isn't as old. Jesus, good God. No, you're right. Man, the world is a terrifying place. Okay, not gonna get too many shots with this one again. Alright, more cluster missiles are clearly coming in. Whatever I can I focus on spots that we haven't necessarily hit yet. Why will you not let me target that? There we go. Don't stop shooting, and don't stop believing. Alright, I'm gonna let this roll into the next bit with a little bit less heat.
Their forces are entering range. Time to go. Damage is done. No point in risking a fight with a dozen squads.
Oh, we did enough? Good. This is a retreat zone. Some missions like this one require retreating for successful completion. Oh yeah, I guess we did get the one we needed there. Probably because the rest of the cluster missiles hadn't landed yet. Oh, yep, here we go. To retreat, you'll need to plan a movement into a retreat zone and a retreat action. Make sure to place the retreat action at a time where your mech has arrived in the retreat zone. As an example, your mech will only arrive at the retreat zone at 3 seconds. Place the retreat action after 3 seconds like this. Yeah. So, I'm suddenly reminded of our XCOM 2 playthrough, which has one of my absolute favorite extraction moments in like anything I've done. We had limited time left to extract. We were on the last turn. 2 turns? The last 2 turns, we were not going to make it. Fortunately, we had a heavy with us who decided to open the entire back-ass wall of the building we were in to create a direct line to just run for extraction and get the hell out. And I love being able to do that to the environment. Need a door? Make a door. Well, let's see what running is going to look like for oh boy. It's going to be a little rough for her. They're going to start shooting at us. I think we might just have to open with some cluster missiles. Oh no, they're way too far away from that. Need long-range missiles for that. We're way outside of its reach too, though. So I'm just going to duck in here, but I'm not going to leave until we can get her out as well. Though, ooh. There's still cluster missiles in the air. I really hope those don't land on her. Shit, I guess we'll find out. Oh good, they're done landing. She's just not very fast. Heavy's Grenadiers are the hardest next home environments, but love for every bit of their explosive bulleted chaos. Fuck yes! Plus, I mean, they had holo targeting. Holo targeting was so good. I think I was... For a chunk of our campaign, I think I was running like three Grenadiers. The best part was, if we hadn't been able to blow that wall out, that was a lost mission, because the only other way to extraction was far too long to actually make. Alright, she can get there. They are coming at us. They're going to keep shooting. We've got the wall still blocked here. He's not going to get in range. But I think we actually make good bait there because I don't think any of his shots can connect. Though I do have to wonder about this one. Yeah, they're going to start shooting from further back. Let's just get them out of there. She's a little slow. She'll be able to leave soon. Yep, get to the chopper. Which she will now immediately do. They're shooting, but there's nobody there. Good thing too, because that's not a shortage of guys. That one was definitely longer than the other ones. Of course, demolishing buildings with an assault rifle takes time. Oh, squad took damage. I wonder if some of the... I wonder if we had some errant clusters. Oh, hey, dude gained a level. And fatigue again, but he gained a level. Congratulations! She's still good. We got camp supplies. We got hope. And we got body parts, because everyone loves a good body part. Light arms and medium arms. Ooh. Heavy torso? I might have to take this home. The vanishing is pretty crazy. I feel like there should be some animation. Yeah, I'm a little surprised there isn't just like the... What would you do for this? Because XCOM obviously had the, you know, the rope drop. What would you do for... What would you do for this? I'm not really sure what you would do. I like how not every battle requires killing all the enemies, but hit and run, given the nature of the guerrilla aspect. Yep. Been a while, but I believe we ran 2 heavies, grenadiers, whenever we had the opportunity in our XCOM 2 run. I love running a bit of everything, but yeah, those grenadiers were superstars. We did have some really nice one-offs, though. We had an incredibly good pistol-wielding sniper, who's just super good in close range, and one ridiculously good blade master. I believe that was Jobo. We had him killing a lot of shit. Mech drops super-powered magnets. We don't have air control, though. We should probably actually just run off-field, you know? Because we don't have anything aerial. We have, like, the rusty mobile base and stuff like that. So we should probably just see them run off-field. God, this got me thinking of Other Side, how you had the animation when you left when you got to the end there, which reminded me that the spiritual successor to Other Side, Exsanguis, it's early access next month. So I'm going to have to take a look. Alright, I want big fat body, please. The snail. What the hell are you? It's a missile launcher.
Pretty, dude.
Get gifted. Cosmic Blues, thank you so much for the 20 gift sub bomb. Much appreciated. Where do you want to put that for HoboCast? Thank you so much for the support. It's hugely appreciated. Where do we HoboCast that? Want to help the current underdog? What is current underdog? The quadrant? Let's go into the quadrant. Oh, if only Data Boy had not just moved ahead. Thank you very much for that, Cosmic. This is much appreciated. I assure you, I'm not hiding my face today because I'm afeared of the beard. We have weird camera issues today because we're like just wait. This game is taxing my system in weird ways. My camera did not seem to like it. I think partially it probably didn't like it because we were originally hooked up to my laptop, and changing that stuff over just, I think, confused it. Everyone's balanced enough there's no underdog. Sadly, I think there was an underdog, and now everyone else is the underdog. The quadrant on the move. Alright, that is a missile launcher. I'm taking it. Gimme. And then we've got some heavy arms, which have high mass, good integrity, terrible heat dissipation. I don't like having mismatched parts, so I guess I'll just take the heavy legs as the last bit, and we will have to salvage the rest. Nope, I can't even salvage them. Right. No salvage budget. We only have 45 for this one. Taking those parts. Your pilots are gained experience over the last few fights and are ready to level up. Aside from being highlighted in the debriefing, pilots able to level up will be highlighted with icons here. To proceed, move to the pilot screen. Doink. Alright, Mr. Jacobson. The pilots at your disposal have different classes with distinct specializations. Some might be excellent defenders, some might be deadly sharpshooters, while others might help the squad indirectly. Every pilot gains experience and level up as they participate in combat. You can check on the progress here. I kind of like dividing the pilot from the mecha. Actually, dividing up pilot and mecha is something I really want to do for Mech Builder. I kind of like the idea of building your run out based on a pilot and a frame, chosen separately as opposed to singular character, which, of course, you know, multiplies the amount of work involved, but I feel like it'll be worth it. Makes you happy Quadrant's the most chaotic option? It can't be the most chaotic option. Chaos Spiral has it in the name, literally! And welcome back, Mecha. We blew up a base. Kind of. I mostly threw a lot of rockets at it and ran away. Each pilot has a unique progression tree, a set of traits gradually unlocked with every new level. Hover over the traits to learn their effects, even if they aren't unlocked yet. Well, what does this boy have? Every pilot... So many tutorials. Every pilot starts with a random intrinsic trait based on their class. Starter traits can affect traits further up in the tree akin to a subclass. For example, a support pilot with a repair-related starter trait is likely to unlock more repair abilities as they level up. Now that this pilot is level 2, a new trait can be unlocked. Some levels offer a choice between 2 traits. Hover over each trait to see the benefits and click on the one you'd like to unlock. I did actually always like the A-B selection in XCOM. It was a nice way to kind of focus or diversify specific units as you went, and could end up with some pretty radically different people depending. Let's see. Less overheat damage. Well, we've been careful not to overheat, though no one's lit us on fire yet. This pilot concentrates on inflicting maximum possible damage at the expense of their health. Lose 10 max health, gain 35% weapon damage. Oh, I was going to say, I'm going to need context for, oh god, that's half his health. And his starting one was preventative maintenance. Pilot repairs 15% integrity of their mech frame before deploying to combat. Also reduces backpack weight while increasing fatigue limit at the cost of some HP. Max health minus 5. Oh my god, he's already trashing his health. So, yeah, very glass cannon. At that point, I'd be inclined to adjust the guy to actually pack a lot of indirect long-range weaponry. He's been really good with what he's doing, but I think sitting him back with something really long-range and keeping out of the way, making the most of that damage.
I bought these at like 6 years ago and never used them. They're yours now, smile.
Thank you very much for the bits, Dandelion. It's much appreciated. Where shall we put those for HoboCast? And thank you very much for finally giving them a home with me. Memorial page, here lies Lars. Or what was left of him, the dude had no health. Data boy, you got it. Oh damn, we just hit 2,400 almost exactly. Well on the way to the soft goal. Thank you so much, everyone. You have no idea how much of a weight that takes off of the bill of having the kid. Who, by the way, I realize I have not spoken a ton about him, mostly because I figured most people are not interested in babies. You know, we're here for games. But I did talk to about him some when, you know, the first month. And I am happy to say that I have progressed from I would happily drown him in a river and not think twice about it, to I will now drown anyone in a river who gets in his way and not think twice about it. So, progress. Still murder, just redirected. It's growing on me like a fungus. Definitely interested in Nega Baby, though? Yes. Nega Baby's great. I honestly, I really want to turn that into an alert. It looks so goofy and creepy. I love it. Sounds like the baby spectrum, right? Honestly, that first month is incredibly hard because there was no sense of attachment for me, which really just meant it was a thing invading my life and upending everything. Like, that month was fucking awful. Things start to change when he finally actually begins developing anything resembling, I'm not even going to say a personality as much as just response to stimuli. You know? The absolute no response thing is so incredibly off-putting. No sleep psychosis, definitely not fun. Yeah, that part is... it's real. Like, even if you get sleep, the amount of restful sleep you get is so limited that the degree of... Dude, sleep deprivation is not healthy, and for some reason, we actively encourage and expect it, and just be like, yeah, you know, that's just how it is in the early months of a baby, and like, yeah, that's why people go crazy. Sleep deprivation's really unhealthy. But either way, better now. Much better now. Alright, what to give this guy? Oh right, yeah, we're just gonna... Fuck it, we're doing it. Alright. 10 hit points. He has 10 hit points. Ugh. Oh, thank you for joining us, Astronomal. Have a good rest. And yeah, if I can find this dude a beam weapon, I will give it to him. Well, thanks for joining us, man. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. We'll see you next time. Combat missions net you a set amount of experience, but between all pilots deployed, smaller squads level up more quickly, and pilots will gain additional experience for each enemy they dispatch. And there's why you want to kill everyone. With the new trait locked in, this pilot is ready to face more challenges. Don't forget to level up your other pilot. So, oh my god, yeah, the freaking difference here. She's fortified. This pilot specializes in defense, increased health, and tolerance to fatigue. The piloted mech deals slightly less damage, but has increased armor. She has 35 hit points. He has 10. I'm going to be real careful with the errant buckshot now. Real careful. Oh god. Hey Overlord Manga, how are you? 10 health in the evasion to offset the low health. We're gonna have to keep him either mobile or very far away from the fight, but 35% more weapon damage sounds sweet. And so far he's been really good at kind of dipping in and dishing damage and getting away. But man, that much less health, I'm a little leery of keeping him that close to the fight. So let's see, she ended up with less weapon damage, more body armor, better fatigue limit, more health. And a barrier. Or better barrier. Let's see, Sprinter. Push the mech to move faster than usual. That could be very good for us. She's already quite slow. And Resilient. Can withstand additional trauma without dying, but gains XP at a reduced rate. I'm gonna go with...
No, I want to run fast.
I will make you faster. Oh, you know what? Now we can look at actual customization. Hadn't done this yet. So we have the name, we have call sign, we have pronoun, he, she, they. We have attitudes, which affects basically the camera angle, which feels very much like Nitrogen Omega. Like, wait, is it NGO or is it NOG? No, NGO. Nitrogen Omega. Okay, we have a couple different body types. We have a lot of face presets. She's on AO3. Gonna flip through fast. Lots of shapes. Okay, and then we can kind of alter the camera as well. That just looks like we're on a roller coaster. All right, let's go to the beginning and check hair options or lack thereof. Never really cared about the hair options in XCOM because the rule of thumb was generally we put some gnarly helmet on pretty much everyone, and then gave them the super bright color, and just went, you know, full Space Marine but Skittles. Finally doing some with Fight again, Overload. Struck with erysipelas. I don't know what that is. At the start of August, which evolved into a skin infection apparently. Got 17 days of antibiotics. Honestly, I feel you on the horrors of that kind of stuff. I got to kick off this year with shingles, which is wild. I got an atypical presentation case that fortunately they figured out pretty quickly, even though it wasn't behaving the way that it would normally behave. Which is awesome, because it was trying to eat my eyeball. Whee! That's the start of 2026 for me. And from there it went to, I had a kid. So... Whee! Everything's crazy this year. Yes, eating eyeballs is bad. Alright, we got hair colors. Ooh, including some fun colors. We got some purple, we got some blue, teal, red, nice. Always good to have options. Facial hair, will it let me apply? It will let you apply facial hair regardless of gender. Always good to see. Facial hair color. Oh, this is actually a pretty big bar. We can change our eyebrows, which you can't see through her glasses anyways. We've got skin types. We have skin tones. We have eye tints, which you can't really see through that either. Irises. Oh, there's more than I thought here. Lip tint, headgear. Okay, what do we got for headgear? There we go. Must have like the... Yes! Space Marine me! Wait, hang on. There's headgear variants. Ah, okay. The variants are colors. So what about... Is it just colors for these two? It's a lot of colors for... Whee! Okay. Nice. All right, options. We have the glasses option. Regular glasses, techno glasses, Othar's glasses. What does the scouter say? And then we have color variants. Oh god, do shades. Great. Love it. Can we make Zin? I don't think I saw Zin hair. Oh, and then there's an overlay. Oh, okay, the blurriness on that hurts me. They're kind of neat, though. And they have variants as well. Are those for colors? Those are for colors, too. And then we still have, good god, muscle, neck size, body size, cheekbones. Whoop. Cheek size, chin depth, chin width, ear... Oh, wow, there's... Okay, there's way more here than I expected for... This is my pilot portrait. The real question is could we make Megiddo briefs? Congrats on the kid. Player 2 will have a great time. Well, Player 2 is my wife. He's Player 3. And he will certainly be Player 3 when I can stick him down in front of an NES and teach him the game. Yeah, this is, so again, for the people who actually played the 1.0, did a chunk of this, I assume, came out of the 2.0 when they shifted a lot more focus onto the pilots? Because there is so much here. Oh, I didn't even notice this one. I have headgear. There's suit trim, which apparently is just kind of like a general color in there too. Oops, and let's turn that back off. No overlay. Don't recall, but there's a lot of customization still. Really? Damn, this is, yeah, far more than I would have expected. Okay, well, let's take a quick look back at here. Is there anything that would qualify as a Zin? I don't think so. No, sir, there are insufficient puffs for there to be a Zin. Okay, so we have someone with a fuck ton of health and someone with no health whatsoever. Great. It'll go wonderfully, I'm sure. Nothing bad will ever happen. Finding a foothold 4 of 9 open season. Time to take back Fairland. The enemy forces in this province are few and far between, so this should be a good place to start. Intel on multiple enemy locations can be engaged in any order. Okay, so that leaves us with the tank. Now we're going to do the tanks. We're going to want to be a little bit more mobile and at range. I think we probably have mostly the right weapon already. Probably don't need the shotgun as much, but I kind of want to take it in anyways, just to stay used to that sort of thing, but we'll see. Oh, hang on, but we did get the... We did get the rockets. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so the snail looks like... I can only put that in as a primary. It's not a sidearm. That's fair. It's large. It's quite large. Per hit damage is good. DPS is lower. Not a machine gun. But the optimal range is 60 to 186 meters versus the assault rifle, which is 2 to 68. So the assault rifle's maximum range is like this thing's minimum. Skittles Pez Dispenser. Don't think there was any pilot customization or pilots in 1.0? Good to know. Like you said Finland there. It's like, oh wow, they're using real country names. No, this is Fairland. It's like Finland, but different. Yes. Different. Okay, I've got to put this in someone. It has huge range. He can move around quickly. I guess I could give up the assault rifle. And we'll try that out. But I do think in that case, I want to keep the handgun so that if we've got to run and gun, we have an option. Oh, I don't know. This doesn't feel quite right for him. Like, I love the range, but I do have serious... He's been really good at getting and dishing damage and get out, so part of me wants to glass cannon him up close. I'll take care, Scarlet Fox. It's good to see you again. Enjoy your night, and I'll catch you next time. Part of me is like, if we're not going to be running around real fast, maybe we should just go ahead and put him in the heavier stuff. This has options. Maybe. Better integrity. Good heat dissipation. Oh, that's such a tough call. Alright, let's try still playing him fast moving for now and see how it does. I'm gonna keep the assault rifle on go ahead and keep the assault rifle on our protector. I don't want to give up the mid-range yet to go back to a shotgun. If we had a third person, I would, but I don't like the idea of only having very short and very long range. So we'll work with this, and we'll see how the snail does versus a bunch of tanks. Welcome back, Luna. Your navigator's getting more and more comfortable driving the mobile base. Your crew is strapped into their seats, worried looks in their faces. Oh, we can drive circles around with this thing, he shouts through the roar of rocks hitting the armor under your feet. The screens seem to agree, tracing a neat circle straight through steep terrain around the enemy convoy. Brawler slows as it approaches the enemy convoy. Looks like you'll manage to take them by surprise. You signal to your pilots it's time to fuck shit up. Alright, 2 on-site contacts, 1 dropship contact, and steady reinforcements. So I guess we'll have to get in, get the job done, get the hell out. That's where we're coming in, and they're a ways away, and then some more incoming. I guess maybe that means there's going to be some help for us coming in too. Oh, hello, sniper rifle. Okay. Alright team, let's suit up. Oh, this will be interesting. Alright, the assault rifle and the shield. She'll lead the way, and handgun if we have to engage closer, and if we can do it at range, we've got the snail. Which I assume is going to travel as slow as his name suggests. Good morning, Wolfenbach. Rough at the start until you get more units. Yeah, but I'm good with trying to make the best of what I've got for now, too. Getting front mission 3 vibes? Nice. Headmark, 0323, medium rain, reserves level 1, tank ambush, squad in position. When you're so old, when you hear incoming, you hear it in Worm's voice. We were just talking about Worms the other day.
You're in position, track an enemy convoy approaching from the east.
Commander, 3F unit is nearby, might be able to assist. They're a little worn down, but you'll need all the firepower you can get. Well, thank you for helping. Then get the 6 unit mod and field 6 sniper units. I do not mod games. Intercepting enemy convoys can be a challenging but rewarding endeavor. You might be able to recover valuable parts, resources, and modules. It's weird given how much, I work for a company that supports mods out the ass, you know? And I help support the modding effort as well. But, I do not use mods. The almost sole exception to this is I modded XCOM 2 to show health numbers instead of pips, because once you get into 20, 30 pips, it gets a little ridiculous. And we modded old XCOM to have the Skill Squad country flag for the backs instead of the regular ones. That's it. Been a while since I thought about Worms. Old but loved. Minigun and banana bomb. Yep. Oh my god. And then just everyone dies. Alright, let's see. Intercept the convoy. Priority targets. Take them out first and only engage other enemies if you have no choice. Vehicles and convoy are head to this location. They will escape the fight if they cross the highlighted threshold. Fair enough. Alright, so it's the three of them, and they themselves are what? They are tanks, but they don't have a weapon listed. Oh, no, I'm looking at the right. No, yeah, okay. They do not have weapons listed, so with any luck, maybe we can clean their clocks swiftly. We do have this, which has a couple of SMGs, so something that's going to want to fight up close. Now, our primary weapon is fucking usable from here. Seriously. Good God. How much damage is that going to do, though? It's not a ton of damage, but it might be really good for just kind of tearing into those. So, let's go ahead and have him open up on those. Can I get a couple in? I can actually get a couple in. How many hits on that thing? So it's 122 per hit, per second is 178 DPS, so it's a... Okay, so 364. Alright, I mean, that's pretty much enough to do a chunk of the work. Alright, so I guess he's just gonna hang out back here and do that. And, she's gonna start moving up. Yeah, just boom, 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 boom. Look at those shots going in. Question is any of that going to be blocked? No, I think some of that is actually going to be blocked, so I might have to move him to the side a little bit first. I'll move her out of the way so we don't actually collide, because clunk. Yeah, because some of those shots I think are actually going to wind up getting... Yeah, some of those are going to get obscured. Alright, let's just rethink that then. There's a nice arc on the shot. We'll have her move up first. Gotta get to ambush position here. Alright, now where can we position you? Almost in just the right position to actually tag everything on the go. That's about the highest we're gonna get. Let's see, is that likely? No, that's not gonna get obscured. If I shoot to the one in the back though, I think it won't be crossing the in front of that in time, so those shots will... Yeah, those look like they'll actually go right over. One moment, please. Yeah, I have wife lurking. One moment. Boy had his next round of vaccinations, so he's a little feverish right now, apparently. Now, if they're still moving, if we shoot from here, can we get those shots? Yeah, those should go by nicely as it crosses the crest there. And we should not have any issues running into each other. Close, but not quite in position. Let's extend that move just a tiny bit. Well, nah, I'm not going to be able to fit a shot in there. We'll just extend the move to make sure we're in a better position for the next bit. Alright, let's see how they do. Will those shots land in time? The snail living up to its name, as none of the missiles have actually landed. Reach the vantage point, enemy in sight. I'm near my limit here. I'm piling this tin can for the past 20 hours. Sure hope those crates are packed with meals and bathtubs. Yeah, vaccines will do that. Wait, did someone say Cherthulu hungers? Wait, is my stuff working? I don't see a request for Cherthulu. It does always hunger, though. I hunger, too, to be fair. Good God, so none of these rockets have actually landed yet, so this is going to be a bit of a blind turn, because I'm not sure what's really going to be standing and what's not. Obviously, we got shots coming in from here. This pilot is extremely fatigued. In this state, pilots lose health every turn. Your own pilots might reach the same state if you push them to their fatigue limit. Fatigued pilots can still contribute to the fight while they have health. Order them to eject once their health gets low. Oh, okay. I wonder how much health and how fast will how fast will Sierra die. Meg is equipped with powerful thrusters, unlocking the dash action. Dashing can quickly close distances, break missile locks, and evade attacks. Okay. Attacks and dashes generate a lot of heat, making it hard to pack a turn with actions. Today the weather's in your favor. Rain increases heat dissipation in this fight. Alright, he's shooting down... Which one is he shooting at? Can't actually tell which one he's shooting at. Well, let's deal with first things first. We're obviously going to attract a bunch of attention here. So we're going to advance with the shield up. And we're going to get another round of shooting. Man, that's a lot of rounds of shooting. But I guess if we're... Hope we're not... None of those missiles are going to come our way in the end. Might be best for us to continue to absorb shots for the moment. Keep things busy. And we can just barely fit some shots in. Yeah, okay. I think we can just barely fit a shot in here. Question is, do I actually want to shoot at that? Well, it's hard to pick what to shoot at as far as the tanks go without knowing the situation. This guy's got the sniper rifle, so we'll go ahead and use that. 80% damage, not quite in position. Wait until we're definitely 79. Excuse me, sir, I think you need to move a little more for me. Maybe not that much. Too much. Too much moving. We'll dash instead. Oh, that really does move you quite quickly. Up into position nice and fast. Like right on the outside edge of the range, though. Tiny bit closer, please. Getting even worse numbers. Well, I'm gonna put a few into its side anyways. Well, I guess I'm only putting one in its side. Alright, I kind of got to see where the mechs and the tanks end up once the rockets land. That said, where's the next rocket going? Right here, because of overheat. I'd actually have him not shoot this round? Oh, the hell with it. You can shoot at that one anyways. Alright, let's just see what plays out. Rockets are incoming. Oh god. Don't get hit in the ass. Oh god, that rocket is like...
They've intercepted the first target. We're seeing some spilled cargo on our sensors.
That rocket looks like it's right behind my head. Alright, let's just see. Okay, yep. Couple of those rockets that were on way to the original target did end up impacting up here instead, but we did some damage. Shield looks like it's absorbing that as needed. That's out. Alright, managed to trade a little bit of damage here. Okay, that one's out. That one damaged, and that one is fine. We still have rockets en route to the big guy. Really am... Oh, I am... That is... Oh, that really is... Oh my god. That is... That is seriously right in line for our head. Okay, change of plans. Somebody needs to move, like, immediately. Because I think those are actually going to hit us. God, can I shield that successfully? And move at the same time? There's no prediction on the rockets that are already out, so... I don't know if we'll move in time. We'll at least get out of the way of one. Or will we? Is that not moving? Okay, that one tank's not moving, and I think that's the one... Other rockets are going to the mech. Maybe not. God, I hope we don't take a barrage to the back of the head. It really looks like we could. Alright, that one's still on the move. And the rockets are slow enough that I'm okay just firing at this one. It'll get tagged, it'll be fine. Let's have this guy get us another shot in. Now let's move our... Start positioning a bit. No shit, yeah, I've actually got to move back a little bit, I think. Take a little step back here. And then we'll trade a couple shots at that one. And we'll have to see where the rest of the rocket stuff goes. Jeez. Alright, I think we can squeeze... Yeah, okay. Oh no, we have another round of shots coming. So I think we're just gonna have to stay with the shield. And we can't do it for a shorter period of time. Man, there isn't a good window there for her to shoot back. Well, I guess she's just going to absorb things and hopefully not our rockets. Oh shit, she got right out from under them. Well, that's the convoy. Alright, let's see, how did that go? So we just juke out from under that rocket. Takes that one out. Convoy one goes. That's interesting though. Our sniper just like completely missed. Look at that. Did not hit our target. He hit on the first one at least, but he completely missed the second shot. And now we have other stuff coming in. Alright. The rest of the convoy... Okay, we got 3 more in the convoy. It looks like we gotta destroy 6 total of the 9 potential. Alright, that dude is coming right at us. Don't think we have great integrity left on that shield, so we are going to need to get some damage in. Oh, he's still got a decent amount of health, though. Actually, can you just hit them from... Yep. You can just hit that from here. Okay, then. Sure. Shield bash? I don't think, sadly, that we have that as an option right now. Unless raising the shield and running into things actually counts as a shield bash, in which case, I'm game. That's it? Alright. Game never mentioned it, but fuck it, let's try it. Let's see what that does. Shield is up. We'll run into him. So his prediction is going to have to change. And I guess depending on where he lands, we can keep shooting. I don't know what that's going to do. Let's have this guy keep shooting. Actually, I might just have him contribute to shooting down here, as long as he's not... Oh, will that run into me? I don't think it will. Let's have him get a little further forward here. Actually, no, he's probably fine. Can't get an extra shot in, though, because we're overheating here. I want to get the one before that hit lands. I don't want to wind up picking him as a target and sniping us instead. At very least, though, we can get a shot in on that. At least get a partial. That won't work. That's definitely going to get blocked. So we're going to have to get a bit of movement going, too. Actually, if anything, we're probably better off having him further down here. Alright, let's see what the hell happens with this collision. Oh goody, we're both crashing. I'm not sure how much that helped me. It appears that they were about to get run into as well. God, we were just trading shots here. It's actually not even showing my God, am I losing out on this? Because it's not showing the prediction, so I wonder if I'm... Interesting. I'm getting his prediction for move, but not ours, which is a little troubling. And the sniper missed again. This guy's accuracy is a bit of a problem. Yeah, very unreliable sniper, apparently. I'm gonna have to just let those come through, and I gotta get rockets on that guy. But I've gotta do it from a position where I'm definitely not blowing our own person up. Currently in a state of unit crashing, so I'm not sure when she's going to recover from that exactly. All I know is we definitely have some shots coming at us. We're about to get run over so much. I have a bad feeling about this. Yeah, they are losing health and super fatigued. It'd be nice if they could hit some shots, though, to be useful. Oh, that's the shield busted. Alright, so we're just going full offense now because we don't even have the shield anymore. Alright, they want to run through us. We're gonna have to start moving. Actually, I think... Are there more rockets? There's still more rockets in the air, so the one shot at it should work as we start booking it. And while we run, we can open fire on that. That should take the first one out. Guy does not look healthy. I wonder if oh, at what point do I exhaust him? Or eject him? Come on, guy, you can do it. You can manage something. I believe in you. I don't really believe in you. Just saying. Can I fire all the way out here? Yes, I can. You know what? That's gonna have to do. All right, this is gonna be real messy. We're kiting the tanks now. Oh, the rockets just made it over the crest. One of them did. Nope, just one. Five targets neutralized. Is that... Still predicting it's gonna ram into me. Okay. I guess she's gonna have to move. We'll have to get a little bit closer to that. Or I can just wait a moment for it to get closer. And just for funsies, I'm gonna have him actually use the handgun. A little bit closer. Handgun surprises around the corner. Okay, I think that dude's pretty much just dead. So... Where is... Eject? Time for you to go. You've done enough. That's cool. You can leave now. All right, let's see the football field go.
Excellent work, Commander. Convoy is scattering and abandoning its destination. Time to review our haul.
Oh, I guess we got enough. That got messy, though. My shield broke. I think I've got another. Oh, at least I don't have to get out of here. Yeah, that all that damage being absorbed by that shield and then getting shot when it broke. Oof. All right, it's a level. What do we get for a level? Yeah, we definitely took some frame damage on that one. That's fair. Camp supplies, Hope. Nox beam torso, light torso, sniper rifle, which I'm now slightly less impressed by, and the thruster, which I'm more interested in, especially on something that might have, say, the shotgun. That's why we have the shield sword, exactly. We used it until it broke. It did its job. Woof. Oh my god, it's so filled with holes. Alright. Salvage, what do we got here? Squad mech. A hull protector? That automatic? Do I get that? Well, we have another shield. Damaged. Yes. Can I not... Oh, okay, this is what it's under. Okay, now I understand. This is all of its stuff. Okay, so from that, we've got the shield. We're getting the shield back. We'll do another one. Love that you can see the holes. Yeah. It worked hard. Played hard. Broke real hard. I think we grabbed a heavy torso before. I would not mind an SMG. Salvage the other one. We took Nox heavy legs before. So I guess let's get a heavy arm. And then we'll leave the other piece. And that's our salvage budget filled. In the command room, a lone red marker remains on the map. It's the enemy stronghold, the largest military installation in the region. Taking it out could end Cascade's influence over this province for good. Local Fearland Freedom Forces alert you that they're on their way, the crackle of comms startling your crew out of their thoughts. The stronghold is a daunting target, but will crack under pressure. Okay, so this thing has, alright. New waypoint. Well, before we do any of that, let's, I think probably camp, repair, fix everything up, since we've got a couple. Make sure everyone is, not fatigued or anything. Definitely gonna need to do some repairs. Okie doke. Is this a roguelite? No, this is more in line with, say, XCOM, where we have our objectives and missions and stuff we're doing, and death is a permanent thing. Alright, everything is nice and healthy and repaired. Things are good. Now let's go take a look at the state of our robots. I like the long-range missile, but man, that took some time to get there, and I think... I mean, the damage was good for the tanks. Oh, I don't know. I'm kind of torn on it. Maybe so the handgun, though, will give him the... Oh, I was going to say the SMG, but I guess not. There's the sniper rifle, though. High unit damage per hit. DPS isn't as good, but yeah, it's fine. 107 to 166 range. He is very mobile. We could have him running around with that. I don't know. I kind of want to just put him back on the assault rifle. Dipping in and popping up and just blowing people's arms off was very nice. Sniper rifle's a nice idea, but I don't know that he's the one I want for it. He can reposition quickly, though. It's a cargo pack. Higher integrity. Oh, salvage bonus. Sure, we'll do that. Now, is there anything I want to swap in? We have a couple of... He's running medium arms right now. We have a couple of Nox mediums. Including some that are a little bit lighter. Still better integrity overall. I do probably need to protect him because we made him into a glass cannon, so... Okay, that Nox is good. What about legs? Oh, we already gave him the Nox legs, so he's pretty good there. Oh, Nox 2M torso here, though. Good God. It's a lot of different stats. Slows him... no, okay, that slows him down too much. Gotta stay mobile. We'll stick to... Now let's go with the Nox 1L. Question is, do we keep the snail or not? Big rockets at range are nice, but... that was... Felt a little sketchy running him on that last one. I think I'm more comfortable with him actually on the Astra. Suppose we could keep the cluster missiles for the offhand, though. Yeah, I think that's probably a better mix. Alright, let's check our protector. Got the biggest firewall we've got available, so we'll keep that. And shield and sniper rifle is not a fantastic combination of things to wield. I think I might take her back to the shotgun, because man, surprising people as they rounded a corner with a shotgun was good times. That's for her. Oh man, that brings her speed down too much. Excellent, clicked on one of those. Let's get off of that onto this one. Make sure we keep at least the medium speed. Don't want to slow down too much. Nox medium legs will give us a little bit more integrity, a little bit less mass. And I think any of the arms are going to slow us down too much. My question is, what the hell is that dash? Shield and sniper rifle leaves you without options at medium range. I can see working if you move quickly enough. Yeah, and speed is... She's not bad now that we gave her the bonus, but it's still not what I would trust her for. Especially not if we have to have the shield up at all. Hey, Cafe Claire. We're finding it hard to distinguish the partial guidance from full guidance missiles. Not sure if you can even see it once you're in a mission. Yeah, we definitely got some nice chase on the snail. The cluster we've only used on things that weren't moving yet. And does it specify on the cluster? Don't know that it does. No, partially guided there with moderate spread. Good for structures. Well, I don't know if structures are going to be what we're after, though. Mainly I want the assault rifle for this. I'd say he's been really good with a handgun thus far, but I don't want to... Well... Oh, fuck it. What is he? He's got 10 hit points. He's glass cannoning. I'm just going to stick to the assault rifle. Try hovering over the second square. It's a screen full of squares. That's not a really helpful suggestion. Now, let's front him the way he's run best for us. Move fast, shoot in the back. Alright, the square underneath the range increment on the right side of the weapon flyout. Still don't know what you're talking about. There's a fuck lot to the UI, and honestly, I do not have time to dive into most of it at this point. I don't... For as many tutorials as it's had, I don't feel like it's actually explained much of anything. Which is probably my biggest beef with the game right now. Where is our cluster? Still don't see a box with a lock, so I'm just going to move on because I don't know what the fuck any of you were talking about. Alright, team. Wait, no, hang on. Stop. Level. Combat ability repair. Limited number of times per fight. 25% of integrity on the unit. On himself. Well, okay. If anyone needs repairs, it's going to be him. The dude's got no health to spare. And Kilo gets Pulse Field. Limited number of times per fight. Protected by high energy magnetic field. Kinetic projectiles making contact will ricochet without inflicting damage. Where was that last... Where's that last fight? That would have been very useful. Crawler comes to a stop at a safe distance from the enemy. Radio crackles with a confirmation from Fearland Freedom Forces. Everyone is ready to go at your word. This is it. One last push and this province is free. And I just realized what time it is. Oh, I probably shouldn't. Feverish baby in the other room. I probably need to go help the wife instead of running late tonight. Oh. Found it all. Well, absolute clusterfuck of a UI aside, I really like this. Like the actual act of playing it, planning out the term, watching them unfold, seeing what goes slightly awry. I haven't tripped on a tank yet. Damn it. I'm supposed to do that. Lost time the game deciding to fuck with us? Yeah, we kinda did. I did not expect it to just decide to light my laptop on fire. Obviously, it's been no issues on PC, but to be fair, my PC sounds about as hot as it ever runs when I'm doing, like, Unreal. I really don't know why this tapped my laptop the way it did. I'm gonna have to dig into that a bunch and see if I can sort it out. Just for my own edification in future. But yeah, I have actually enjoyed this a lot. I really, really dig the style of it. Shame we didn't get to have more units, but honestly, even just running with 2 units, missions can take a reasonable amount of time because there's a lot to kind of plot through and map out. But I'm here for it. At least it's consistent, which should make it easier to diagnose. Yep, yes it did. Oh yeah, VSync's been off since the get-go. VSync's off, locked to 60. We did all that shit before I got rolling on the laptop. Didn't help at all. Actually, it made it worse. Which is the funny thing. At least it was only mid-70s before. When I turned it off, it fucking hit 80. And, nope. I'm not doing that to my laptop. That is way too much. I need that thing to last. And given that it can run Unreal at about 50 degrees, I don't know what the hell this game was doing that caused it to be 30 degrees higher. So, I guess my main beefs then with the game are, the UI is a clusterfuck, but a lot of that will just take sorting through. And, holy shit, optimize for GPUs instead of CPUs, please. I think that's pretty much it. Otherwise, I really like what I've played, and I definitely actually want to play more of it on my own time. Which is difficult because I rarely have time to play PC games on my own time. But this was really cool. I could genuinely see running the whole campaign on stream, especially since we can name the mechs and the pilots after chat. That's always a big win. As evidenced when we played NGO on Monday as well. It's so much better when you can insert that bit of character in. Attaches me much more. Steam stream to the laptop? No thanks. I hate most Steam features, to be honest. And then all I'm doing is running it off of this computer onto another computer that is then being captured off of back to this computer. I might as well just run it on this computer and not add the extra bullshit of anything else. It's still getting run from the same place in the end. Naming is always fun. Fuck yeah! From what I know, Zero Company will also let us do that. I think. So, fingers crossed that that'll be a good one too. We'll get to see that next week. Probably next Friday, actually, because I think it comes out on the Thursday, and I don't have a show that day. So we will see. But yeah, I will not get to tackle this this base tonight. Next week, I'm not sure what I'm running prior to Friday, so I'm going to talk about it in the Discord a bit over the weekend to kind of work it out. And honestly, since we did get fucked for time on this, I might actually give it Monday. We did kind of get screwed for time, and I would like to see more of it. So I could see potentially doing that, but on the other hand, I have stuff with witches slinging coffee and, you know, how many dudes, how many men, how many guys, dudes, what, I don't remember what the hell it's called at this point. So I think I'm gonna have to take to Discord this weekend to help me narrow down what we're actually going to do. But I'm definitely not averse to giving this an additional day, since we had 1, issues with time, and 2, it's just cool. Last mission is a good showcase the toys to come. After that, you'll be stuck in a bit of a grind. Oh no! So what you're saying is it'd be better if I'd done this mission tonight and then we didn't do a second day. Well, while I'm thinking about it, there's the social links for people who follow that kind of thing. There's the Discord, where we will work out what we're actually going to be running next week. And for those not on the YouTube side, there's the YouTube link, which has the higher quality VODs, including this one, which will already be up there, and all the other fun giant robot stuff that we have gotten up to this week, which has included, ignoring that is hideous. Where's that button? There's that button. Nitrogen Omega, I think, was the big standout for the week. Phantom Brigade, I knew enough about the mechanics to think that I was likely to enjoy it. Nitrogen Omega was the big fucking surprise, though, with the just raw, unbelievable shonen energy, the fantastic character creation, and the really, really interesting combat system. So that was definitely the surprise standout, I think, for Giant Robot Week. With Starbites, sadly, falling afoul. You know, but I was thinking about it yesterday. What it really is, though, I would absolutely sit my kid down to play Starbites as like his first RPG. That's, thinking on it more last night, that's the vibe I get from it. That would be a fantastic introductory RPG. Not too complex, not too deep, colorful, interesting setting, some good bits and pieces here and there. That is how I would introduce him to the genre in general. I mean, I'll introduce him with Dragon Quest, but were I not going to do that, Starbites would have been good for it. And the style, oh god, yes, Nitrogen Omega's style was just, A+. That was the goods. But on that note, it is time for us to wrap it up. So thank you for coming out and spending some of your evening here with me as we check out yet another niche game. Though this one at least has managed to get up to a 2.2 release, so it has they've continued doing a lot of work, clearly. And that's always nice to see. It seems well supported, and they seem to have a lot of love for it. I wonder if it's niche because it's complicated, or are giant robots not popular? Are giant robots not popular, guys? Now I'm wondering. Because Brace Yourself has a history of releasing some pretty banger games, and they generally seem to do fairly well. I mean, this is the studio behind Necrodancer, for instance. So I'm really curious why there was so much trouble getting this to catch on comparatively to some of the other stuff that they've done. Maybe it's because it's not run-based? I don't know. It's something to think on, though. I'm curious. They clearly do good work. Well, yeah, if this title is interesting to you, there are links available in the description on the YouTube side for where it's available on relevant storefronts. If you've enjoyed yourselves Twitch side, please feel free to hit the follow and come back again sometime. YouTube side, you're welcome to subscribe and smack the like button. I hear it likes that. I'm on 3 nights a week with weird games in the game dev perspective, so let me know in the comments or on Discord what you thought of the game and if there's more you'd like to see me dive into.